If we'd known what was waiting for us in Spain, we probably would have stayed home. But no, we just had to go. And that's how we ended up being chased by a mafia boss and meeting the most beautiful girl we'd ever seen along the way. The moment Max, Sam, and I, James, landed in Spain, chaos hit. After a grueling flight, our luggage had vanished somewhere between here and nowhere. Guys, where's the rest of our stuff?
Maybe they're just delayed? We should check with the airline.
After screaming at the airline's customer service for hours, the reality set in. Our luggage was lost. They told us they've been dealing with a lot of theft at the airport lately. What a lame excuse. How are we supposed to enjoy the trip? We each had only a backpack with some money in our passports.
Well, this sucks.
Who needs clean clothes anyway? We're in Spain! Let's hit the city! We can deal with this later.
Oh, Max is right. We're already here. I mean, how bad can it get? It got bad really fast. Like some unknown force didn't want us to enjoy the trip, because the moment we got to the sidewalk, 3 guys dashed by, snatching Sam's backpack right off his shoulders. Without thinking, we ran after them. The thieves were fast, running through the crowded streets like they knew every inch of the city. Max was ahead, shouting directions.
Left! They went left!
Sam and I struggled to keep up. And just when we thought we were gaining on them, the thieves pulled off some insane parkour moves and vanished.
Are you kidding me? They're like ninjas.
Max managed to jump over a wall, but Sam and I couldn't go any further. Darn, I know I'm not athletic, but I'd never felt so useless in my life. This is not how I pictured our first day in Madrid.
They're gone! Those thieves were pros!
Well, this sucks even more. Now what?
We're not going to let a couple of thieves ruin this. We'll figure it out. First, let's find some food and hit the streets.
Wait! Not all of them are gone! Look there!
We turned and spotted a pair of legs sticking out from a dark alley. The rest of the body was hidden in shadow. We walked slowly, carefully.
It might be a trap. What if they're trying to lure us in?
Lure us in for what?
I don't know. Maybe they'll drag us in and make us rob a bank or something.
You've been watching too many movies.
Shh! I think they're hurt!
We got closer. Max bent down and pulled off the thief's mask and froze. It was a girl. The most beautiful girl I'd ever seen.
Guys, who hurt her? Who did this to her? She stole our money, so what? She doesn't deserve this!
Hey, can you hear us? Are you alright? She didn't move, just stared at us, shaking a little, like she was too scared to breathe.
Maybe she's the shy kind. You guys go get drinks or something. You must get some rest. I'll stay here and talk to her.
Oh, sure. Maybe we'll play the violin too while you charm her. Do you think we're idiots?
Just then, the girl started coughing hard. I pulled out a tissue, but Max snatched it from me and gently cleaned her mouth. She tried to speak, but her voice was barely a whisper. It was like she wanted to talk, but couldn't.
She might be faking it.
But after 10 whole minutes of struggling to understand her, we realized something. She wasn't faking. She was mute.
Who cares? Let's just call the police on her.
She froze, then started crying. A second later, she clasped her hands together, begging without saying a word. She reached into her hoodie pocket, pulled out a pen and a small notebook, and scribbled something down in Spanish. No Spanish, no, nope, none, nada.
Speak for yourself. Sí, señorita. Sergio Ramos. ¿Me o qué? Tortilla. Yeah.
She gave him a look. You know, the one that says, "You're the dumbest creature I've ever met. Me, James. You?" She flipped the page and scribbled something. It was a drawing, and we stared at it, trying to make sense of what it meant.
Poop?
No, idiot, it's gold. Maybe her name means gold in Spanish? The girl just facepalmed herself.
Looks like a pile of rice. Paella, maybe? She's hungry. Let's grab food.
Wait, what should we call her?
We can call her Elsa. The girl looked at me and smiled. She liked it. We couldn't leave her there. I don't know why, but it felt wrong. So we bought some food by the roadside that tasted like stale bread, but that was the best our little money could get. As night fell, the city seemed to come alive in a whole new way. We stumbled upon a lively club and squeezed our way through a crowd to get in. This place is insane! Let's have some fun. Before I could blink, Max was already on the dance floor, pulling out all the moves, hoping to impress the girls, but only made a fool of himself when he tripped and fell horribly. Then he got up and continued like nothing happened. We were having fun, except Sam was too shy. He stayed close to Max and me and avoided contact with all the girls. Max pulled me aside and we made a plan to help Sam talk to one of the girls. Maybe even get his first kiss. You see, when Sam was in 2nd grade, he offered a girl some flowers and got wildly rejected. Ever since, he's not been able to talk to a girl. Well, tonight, we were going to make sure that changed. We tried to convince Elsa to dance with him and give him a kiss. Max tried to explain it to her, and even pouted his mouth close to hers. She immediately recoiled and slapped him. Then, she hid behind me, like she wanted me to protect her. "It's okay, ma'am. He meant no harm."
Oh, wow. We're calling her ma'am now? The thief?
Maybe she was with them against her will. We don't know. Max gave her a sharp look. "Look, let's just focus on helping Sam right now." Max, being his smooth-talking self, managed to chat up a girl who seemed way out of his league. Turns out, she was the daughter of the club owner. She was so beautiful, like a supermodel sent by the gods.
Him? No way.
Just then, Elsa appeared behind her. The girl walked off with a dramatic hair flip, and we immediately noticed something in Elsa's hand. She had the girl's phone.
What the heck, man?
Wait, where's my phone?
She turned around just in time to see Max snatching the phone from Elsa's hand.
Aw, how sweet. Spain is full of these smug little street thieves like her. Thanks for saving my phone, babe. Wanna dance?
I will, but after you dance with Sam.
Fine, I'll do it because you're a chivalrous guy. American and chivalrous. Can't resist this.
She agreed to approach Sam and dance with him, and even kiss him on the cheek just for fun. We were all standing by the bar when she came by, and before Sam knew what was happening, Max, Elsa, and I bolted.
Hey, handsome. Wanna dance? Don't be shy. I'll show you some moves.
Before he could blink, she pulled him to the dance floor and started dancing. Sam was struggling to keep up, but she did her best to guide him. We made sure to take enough pictures. We were making history. Hey, Elsa, why did you take her phone? Elsa made a funny gesture by holding her neck and shocking it, as if she was saying the girl deserved it. I know you meant well, but that doesn't mean we can commit a crime. Elsa nodded her head and smiled innocently like she agreed with me. Then it was time for the main event. The girl stepped closer to him, pouting her lips to give Sam a kiss on the cheek. Just as her lips touched his cheek, he froze. Yeah, go Sam! Then a huge guy appeared out of nowhere and punched Sam so hard that he sent him flying to the floor. I mean, it wasn't just a punch, it was like something out of a movie. Max and I rushed over trying to help Sam, but two other guys appeared and joined in, shoving us back. Suddenly, it was chaos. Max punched one of the guys, and before we knew it, all hell broke loose. Just then, this weird dude in a torn suit came out of nowhere and crashed right into Sam. He looked terrified, like he was running for his life. The guy suddenly grabbed Sam's hand and put a shiny ring on his finger really fast, like the Flash. Suddenly, more men in suits burst in, yelling and pointing at the guy, and he ran off like a terrified rabbit, disappearing into the chaos.
What the heck just happened?
Dude, why are you wearing a diamond ring?
Sam tried to pull it off, but it was stuck, like really stuck. Then, as if things weren't weird enough, the guys in suits who were chasing the dude stopped and exchanged looks like, what do we do now? And I kid you not, they decided the best plan was to kidnap Sam. Before we could react, they grabbed him, threw him over their shoulders like a sack of potatoes, and carried him out of the club. We ran after them, but two more guys in black suits suddenly blocked our path. I tried to shield Elsa before they totally knocked us out cold at the same time. The next day, I woke up to the sound of a speeding car. I sat up and looked around, trying to piece together. It looked like some dusty old storage garage, dark, quiet, and full of rusted junk piled in the corners. Max was lying beside me, snoring like a pig. Elsa, you okay?
Ugh, you ask about Elsa before you ask about me?
Where the heck are we?
Better question, what the heck happened? Oh no, Sam!
Where's Sam? Oh, this is really bad, man. And I don't have my wallet.
Sam, my pockets are empty. What the heck did we do last night?
I checked my pockets and found something in my jeans. Max, I've got something. Looks like some kind of ticket. I probably got it off one of those black suits yesterday. Oh, darn it, I can't even remember.
Why does it have the name El Toro Loco written on it? That doesn't sound like a friendly name.
This just keeps getting better. What the heck did we get ourselves into?
We need to find Sam. He could be in serious trouble.
Agreed, but we don't even know where to start. The ticket might be our only lead. First, let's find out where or who El Toro, whatever, is. I tried to walk ahead, but my legs felt wobbly, and I just fell to the ground. Elsa rushed over to help me.
We can't even stand straight. We're supposed to take on the mafia? And yeah, I thought about calling the cops, but what if that just gets Sam a bullet to the head?
Just then, Elsa stood up like a soldier in command. She gestured for us to wait, then turned and left. Where are you going? Wait.
Let her go. Maybe she's trying to make up for all the trouble she's caused.
It's not her fault some weird dude slipped a ring on Sam's finger and a gang kidnapped us and dumped us here. Why do you hate her so much? Because she didn't choose you?
Choose me for what? What am I, some sack of tomatoes? Don't act so smug. And for the record, the club owner's daughter was into me.
She wanted you because you're American.
How do we know Elsa doesn't want the same thing?
Max, all I'm asking is that you be nice to her. Is that so hard?
Yes it is.
2 hours later, Elsa came back carrying 2 boxes of pizza and some blankets. Max lunged for the food, but Elsa stepped back and he stumbled, falling flat on his face.
God darn it!
Thank you, Elsa, but how did you even get all this? She just shrugged, handed me a blanket, and tossed the other at Max. Wow, green olives, green peppers. You really love the color green, huh?
Like the green card.
We ate until our stomachs were full, finally feeling like humans again. After a while, Elsa pulled something out of her pocket, a small, worn photo. She held it up to me. It showed a younger version of her, standing in front of the Statue of Liberty, with a man and woman on either side of her, arms around her shoulders. I leaned closer. Wait, is that you? Are you American? She shook her head. Oh, just visiting? She nodded once. I studied the photo. Are your parents still around? She paused, then slowly shook her head. I'm sorry. She blinked a few times like she was trying not to cry, but her eyes were already glassy. Hey, I'm really sorry. Thanks for showing me. She looked at me, quietly nodding. A few minutes later, we were curled up under the blanket she brought, and before we knew it, we were out cold. What we thought would be a quick nap turned into 12 straight hours of sleep. We woke up freaking out. I grabbed Elsa's hand and the three of us rushed back to the road to find someone, anyone, who could take us to the El Toro Loco address. We walked along the dusty road for what felt like forever. Every time we waved at a car, it just sped past us like we didn't exist.
Are we cursed or something? Do we look like hitchhiking criminals?
Well, you are wearing a bloody shoe on one foot and a sock on the other. Max ignored me and kept flailing his arms at passing cars, but no one cared. Then Elsa stepped forward. She barely just raised her finger. A truck slammed the brakes and stopped right in front of her. When she walked toward it, the driver noticed we were following her.
No, tú sola, ¿sí?
The idiot wants her alone.
Let her go. She's been nothing but bad luck.
Elsa glared at him.
I'm joking. Can you please convince him to give us a ride?
I pulled out the ticket and handed it to Elsa. She showed it to the driver.
Pamplona, sí, yo voy allá, súbanse atrás.
He gestured to the back of the truck, which was filled with sheep and goats. Max and I exchanged a glance, both of us holding our noses at the smell. He wanted Elsa to sit next to him. I was hesitant, but Elsa gave me an assuring look and held up her knuckle ring, like she was saying, I've got this. I gave her a nodding smile and climbed into the back of the truck.
And what if she punches him while he's driving? We all die.
Just get in, man. The animals were noisy, and the bumpy ride made it even worse. By the time we reached our destination, we were thirsty, hungry, and covered in a mixture of sweat and animal odor. The truck screeched to a halt in front of a giant, dusty ranch estate, and guards, all dressed in black, stood at the main gate.
This is it, El Toro Loco's place. We're probably about to die.
Play it cool.
We smell like goat pee. I don't think cool's on the table.
We approached the guards and I pulled out the crumpled ticket we'd been given. We've got this. It's legit. We're here for a friend, Sam. He's short, nervous, and may or may not be married to a cursed ring.
What's the code?
No one gave us a code, just this ticket.
No code, no entry. We have unauthorized visitors.
Okay, wait, code. Loyalty? Godfather? Paella? Jennifer Lopez?
She's Puerto Rican, you idiot, and your goat stink is giving me a headache. Turn around and leave, or else.
Elsa stepped forward calmly, then reached into her hoodie pocket, pulled out a notebook, and flipped it open to a page. It said, like and subscribe. Haha, joking. But seriously, like and subscribe. It was a detailed sketch of a man, shirtless, heroic, riding a flaming bull through a thunderstorm while wielding a sword. The words, El Toro, King of Fire, were written at the top in bold.
Is that the boss? On a bull with a six-pack.
Elsa turned the page to show more sketches. El Toro sitting on a throne made of gold bars. El Toro arm wrestling a lion.
Do we show him?
We show him.
He took the notebook and disappeared into the building. A few minutes later, he came running back.
He wants to meet her, right away.
The guards opened the gates and led us into the ranch. Elsa marched on forward while we followed in shock.
Did she just fan art her way into the mafia?
I have so many questions for her. We were taken to a room filled with rough-looking gangsters, and at the center was El Toro Loco. He was enormous, bald, had a mustache like 2 overcooked churros and a huge belly. He was holding Elsa's notebook and giggling.
Mira esto! Look at me! I am a god on this bull. I want to frame it. No, better. I want it on a cape.
Yeah, no, totally. You look very mythological, sir.
Majestic even, at your peak masculinity. El Toro leaned back and laughed, slapping his thigh, which jiggled for a full 5 seconds.
See, this girl is true artist. Many paint me, but no one get my essence.
So glad you love it. So, we're here about a teeny tiny matter involving Sam.
Ah, you must be his friend. He's here, but he make big trouble. He stole from me diamond ring, and he kissed my precious daughter. This very bad.
Wait, what? We didn't know.
No excuse. Now, he put ring on finger. It must come out. Either he remove or we cut finger. Your choice.
The look on El Toro's face told us he wasn't joking.
What happened to the cape?
The cape is happening. Okay, a deal for you. Maybe I go easy on you if you give me this talented bonita.
Good deal.
No way, don't touch Elsa, and don't go easy on us. Max, what's wrong with you, man?
I was just saying.
Just then, Sam was brought into the room, looking like he'd seen 2 ghosts. Sam, we're getting you out of this. You just need to, well, you know.
Dude, I've tried. This can't be happening. I think it's a cursed ring. This whole trip is cursed. I should have listened to Mom. She always said you two are walking disasters.
She said that? I thought she liked us.
She was pretending!
So she's a hypocrite. Wow, and she goes to church every Sunday.
Yeah, and she's always lecturing us to be better Christians. She once told me not to play Call of Duty because it's violent and God would torture me the same way I'm torturing those bots.
Can we please stop talking about my mom and just get this stupid thing off? God!
El Toro stood and snapped his fingers. One of the guards handed him a small plastic tub, which he tossed toward us.
Butter, you'll need it.
We caught it, confused.
Butter? Cool. Now we can butter our way out of this nightmare. What are we supposed to do with this?
You find out enough soon.
You mean soon enough?
Sure, fix my English. More importante.
You're right, sir. He's stupid. We'll just take this butter. Don't want you to kill people with greasy hands. They might slip away. Get it? Slip? Okay, sorry. I make jokes when I'm nervous. He gave us a crooked grin and pointed toward the hallway.
Bathroom. You have 15 minutes.
They led us to a small bathroom, and by that point, Sam was seriously freaking out. The ring was still stuck on his finger, and he was yanking on it like his life depended on it, because, well, it did.
Come on, Sam! You've got to get that thing off!
Sam pulled the ring until his face turned red. It didn't budge. Max and I were pacing around trying to think of anything that might help. Try soap! Maybe that'll loosen it up. Sam tried rubbing his finger with soap and twisting the ring, but it was no use. It was like the ring had a mind of its own and wasn't going anywhere.
This is the worst day of my life.
Don't say that yet. Let's try cold water. Maybe it'll shrink your finger.
Or butter. I mean, he gave us that thing for a reason, and it might just work. We slapped the butter on his finger and pulled hard, but the ring was still there. By now, we were sweating. Sam's face was redder than a tomato. The clock was ticking, and I could practically hear the mafia boss sharpening his knife in the next room. Just then, Elsa grabbed my waist, and from her gestures, we understood. She wanted to help pull the ring off Sam's finger.
All right, this is it. One last try. On 3, we pull.
Max grabbed Sam's hand, and Elsa and I grabbed Max around the waist like a human chain. 1, 2, 3! We pulled with everything we had. Sam's face turned every shade of red, his veins popping like he was lifting a car. Max was straining so hard, and I held him like my life depended on it, pulling with all my strength.
Come on! Almost there!
We could feel the ring start to move, just a tiny bit, so we went harder, gritting our teeth like we were in some epic battle. Finally, with a loud pop, the ring flew off Sam's finger, and all 3 of us crashed to the floor.
Did we do it?
We did it! We actually did it! Then, Max's face twisted into something like anger mixed with a wild idea.
You know what? We've had nothing but bad luck since we got here. I say we take this ring and get the heck out of Spain. This is the only good thing we've gotten so far.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Let's make a run for it.
I seriously have a bad feeling about this.
Trust me, we can do this if you just follow my lead.
We could hear footsteps outside. Max looked at me and I knew he was serious. We nodded to each other and quietly hid behind the bathroom door. The guards opened the door but found it empty. Then we burst out from behind the door, knocking the guards off their feet and bolting out of the bathroom like maniacs. Go, go, go! The guards were shouting and soon the whole place was full of black suits. We ran through the halls, desperately searching for an exit. Finally, we found a side door leading to a parking area.
There! Let's steal a car!
We picked the nearest one, an old but decent-looking sedan. Max jumped in, struggling with the wires. Elsa pushed him aside and managed to turn the engine on. We drove out of the parking lot just as more guards appeared, shouting and waving their guns at us.
We need to be at the airport within an hour, or we're done!
Just when we thought we were in the clear, the mafia boss and his men came charging after us in black SUVs, shooting at us like it was a damn action movie.
I told you I had a bad feeling about this!
Not now!
We were driving through traffic, dodging bullets and praying we didn't crash. But then, out of nowhere, the police showed up, probably because of all the gunfire. The police cars started chasing the mafia SUVs, thinking they were the main threat.
Thank you, Spanish police!
The mafia turned their attention to the cops, exchanging gunfire, which gave us just enough time to escape. But Max, being Max, felt the need to stick his head out the window and curse at them.
Burn in hell, you sons of witches!
And just like that, he leaned out a little too far, lost his grip, and tumbled right out of the car.
He fell! Someone's gonna hit him! He'll die! He's probably dying already!
Elsa didn't wait. She spun the wheel like a stunt driver and tore down the road in the opposite direction. Cars were honking like crazy, but she weaved through them like she'd done this before.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, take the wheel and forgive my sins!
In seconds, Elsa got us back to where Max was lying in the middle of the street. I swung the passenger door open, and with Sam's help, we yanked him back inside.
Elsa, you saved me!
Are you gonna say sorry now, or?
Okay, fine, sorry. She's cool, she's awesome, she's James Bond, whatever! Drive, get us to the airport!
We took the nearest exit, speeding toward the airport like our lives depended on it, because they did. We reached the airport, ditched the car in a no parking zone, and sprinted through the hall like madmen. Travelers were dodging us as we jumped over luggage and pushed past security. But just before we reached the check-in gate, I looked over at Elsa. She was standing quietly beside me, hugging herself, her eyes wide as she took in everything around her.
We're never talking about this trip again.
Actually, I think I'm staying.
Wait, what?
Just for a little while. I'll call my dad, sort things out with the embassy. Elsa's got no one here, and honestly, I don't feel done.
You're gonna walk back out there with a mafia boss still loose?
Relax, I'm staying in the airport. I'll wait right here till my dad shows up. The embassy's already on high alert thanks to all the gunfire.
Wow, look at you. Romantic hero vibes.
Yeah, but like quiet romantic. The strong silent kind.
That's my title. He's more like shy with good hair.
Shut up. We all laughed. Even Elsa smiled. They both turned to leave. I stood there watching them walk off, and then Elsa stepped a little closer, took my hand, and smiled. Despite everything we'd been through, I knew one thing. Spain had more to show me.
If you liked this story, watch this next story from my friend who was being bullied at school all the time until he found his inner strength.
In every good comic book story, there must be a villain. And in the comic book story of my life, it was Rex. But the trouble with real-life villains is that they don't wear capes or monologue about their evil plans. They just show up every day and make your life a living hell. Rex and I weren't always enemies. There was a time when he was my neighbor, and we grew up playing together. But then one day, my dad won a lottery, got rich, and we moved to the richer part of town. And things just got weird between us.
Oh look, the rich guy's here in his big rich car with his tall rich chauffeur. What are you trying to do, huh? Make us all feel like we're losers and you're better than us?
That was the beginning of Rex's reign of terror. If there was an opportunity to shove me into a locker, trip me in the hallway, or call me names, he didn't miss it. I wanted to fight back, but that boy was massive. His biceps were like tree trunks, and his scowl could stop a clock. Next to him, I looked like an ant. Everyone was scared of Rex, and since he hated me, no one dared speak to me. I even tried to switch schools, but my dad told me to face my fears like a man. So yeah, I mostly spend my time alone drawing and staying far away from Rex, but he always found me.
Look, everybody, Liam drew his imaginary friends.
No, that's Captain Teddy and his sidekick Ducky.
Looks like your mom, honestly.
His cape is blown over his shoulder as he holds off the meteorite. That's not a dress. Give me my book back.
Or what? You're gonna hit me, pretty boy? You can try, but you'd fail, and I'll puncture your face so badly, your rich dad will lose all his money to give you plastic surgery that won't work because it'll only make you more ugly.
That's enough, Rex.
I turned around and saw Poppy walk towards us. She was the prettiest girl in my class and my all-time crush. I saw her for the first time in middle school and instantly fell in love, but I never really had the courage to tell her that.
Stop bullying him. Pick on someone your own size. There you go. Are you okay?
I nodded my head like an obedient dog, and Poppy just brushed my hair and walked away. Wait, why did that feel insulting? She thought I was weaker than Rex, which I was, but I didn't want my crush to know that. I had to do something to redeem my image, so I decided to man up and ask Poppy out. I sat up all night and made a beautiful portrait for her, wrote a sweet message, and slipped the drawing in her locker while she was in her violin classes. After class, I rushed to see her reaction, but when I arrived, the portrait was stuck to Poppy's locker, and it had horns and fangs drawn all over it. Poppy,
I've never been so insulted in my life before. What did I ever do to you?
I didn't do this.
It has your name, doofus, and no one in this school can draw as well as you. I should have just let Rex beat you to a pulp that day.
And with that, Poppy just burst into tears and ran away. I was still confused when I saw Rex snickering in the corner. I walked up to him, my fists balled up. What's your problem, huh? Why do you hate me?
I just don't like your face. It reminds me of my old cat who scratched my hand. I hated that little thing, so I left her in the park one day, but she crawled her way back, and my dad went mental looking after her. He ignored me. Can you imagine getting replaced by a cat? Anyway, I hated that cat. You look like her, so I hate you too. What are you gonna do about it?
Rex would have hit me if the teacher didn't walk in. And 2 days later, I found out that he was dating Poppy. It made my blood boil. But did I do anything about it? Nope. I decided to ignore everything and carry on with my day. Life at school was miserable enough already, and I secretly poured my heart and soul into creating comics, and my most favorite one was Star Sketcher, about a boy who saves the world with his magic paintbrush from a menacing alien bully. I carried my work everywhere with me. So one day, when my art teacher saw it, he was so impressed, he pushed me to apply to this top art school in New York.
You're one of the most talented students in our school. Show some confidence in your work.
Yeah, I don't think I have any. Besides, who would even want to read stuff like this? Turns out a lot of people. Because the next day, my art teacher displayed one of my short comics in the school hallway, and everyone adored it.
Hey, Liam, love your comics. Please, make a character for me too.
And me, I don't even mind posing for you. Are you free free this Friday?
I was basking in all the attention. I barely noticed Rex climbing into the elevator with me. Before I could get out, he pushed the stop button, took me by the collar, and shoved me against the elevator door. What are you doing?
Knocking sense into you. I saw your stupid comic, and this alien you wrote about sounds pretty familiar, right? Was it me?
Don't be silly. He's Dex, not Rex. And you're not green, are you? And you certainly don't have horns. You do have unusually thick brows, though. Have you considered going to a salon?
You think you're funny? You're nothing but a pathetic loser hiding behind your stupid comics.
My comics are not stupid. People love them. I'm popular now, probably more than you. Is that what's bothering you? That people think I'm cool and not the nerd you want me to be? Are you jealous?
Your mom's jealous, buttface.
And with that, he picked up my bag, took out my comic, and shredded it to pieces. How dare you?
This is just the start of what will happen if you don't stop writing your dumb comics. Next time, it'll be your head.
And Rex simply pushed me away and left. I was so angry, I couldn't stop shaking. And that night, I decided it was time to get even with Rex. He'd taken away Poppy and my comic from me. I was gonna take away everything that mattered to him, his girlfriend and football. With the school championship a week away, I wanted to wreck his game, and I knew just what to do. This cheerleader Ruby had a crush on me, but I'd held back because of Poppy. Now, nothing was stopping me, so I asked her out and she said yes. We hung out all weekend, and she bored me out of my mind.
You look distracted.
I'm not. Look, Ruby, I really like you, but if Rex finds out I like you, he'd make your life tough.
Oh, baby boo. You don't have to worry about me. As for Rex, he's a jerk face. You know, last night in the gym, he almost threw a dumbbell at his teammate because his squats weren't squatting. What does that even mean?
It means nonsense. Gosh, I wish there was a way we could get even with him. Actually, there might just be. Can you get me into the boys' football locker room before the match?
I can try. I know where the coach keeps the keys. What's the plan, though?
I told Ruby everything, and she seemed impressed. As promised, she sneaked me inside the locker room, and we sprayed itch powder all over Rex's gear. Throughout the game, Rex kept scratching his butt, which really slowed him down. The coach eventually noticed and benched him, and blamed him for losing the match.
Your scratchy butt cost us the match. Next time, shower.
Next time, coach better. So what if I was benched? What were the rest of these losers doing? Watching me scratch my butt?
Get out.
Coach benched him for the rest of the season, and Rex was so angry, he lashed out more at the coach and ended up getting suspended for a whole week. This was my chance to get Poppy's attention, but she was still not talking to me. I had to think of a way to get her attention, and one day, I saw her sitting alone in the cafeteria. Oh wow, that's the most appetizing pizza I've ever seen.
Do you want it?
No, I mean I'd love to, but I just can't. I used to have pizza almost every other night as a kid, and I got so fat, it took forever to shed all that weight. Not that you're gaining any weight eating this. You're not fat at all. You have a great figure. Cherry?
No, thank you.
Funny story. I can tie one of these into a knot using just my tongue. Watch me. I popped the cherry in my mouth and started twirling it around. But instead of a cool trick, I accidentally swallowed the whole thing and choked on it. I thought I was gonna die when one of the students came over and gave me the Heimlich maneuver. I coughed up a cherry and it went flying straight into Poppy's eye. I'm so sorry.
Stay away from me!
Okay, so that went to trash, but I didn't give up and decided to give my luck another shot. But this time, I knew I had to do something bigger, so I turned to Dad for help. I told him everything that happened, and he stared at me.
Wow, my son's stupid.
Dad, I don't need your judgment. I've got enough of that already.
Okay, fine. Let me tell you a story. Your mom was pretty popular in school, and I was just a geeky kid with a crush on her. I could never tell her. Heck, I couldn't even talk to her. Then one day, I saw some guys bothering her on her way home. I stepped in, saved her, and she called me brave and agreed to go out with me. She said I was her hero.
I never said that.
You don't remember, darling? Now teach me that cherry trick, Liam.
Some other time. Thanks, Dad. Talking to Dad made me realize I had to be Poppy's hero, but her boyfriend ate dumbbells for breakfast. What could I possibly save her from? So I hired some actors to fake trouble her, and I'd swoop in to save the day. She had violin classes near school, so we planned it for then. But on the big day, I got stuck in traffic and was 10 minutes late. By the time I arrived, the guys were towering over Poppy, and they were not the actors I'd hired.
Lose the money or lose your life.
Poppy looked terrified. I had to act, so I grabbed a rock and flung it, accidentally hitting Poppy in the leg.
Ow! No!
I'm so sorry. One of the guys came at me, but I kicked him in the shin, and he started limping. The other one attacked from behind, but Poppy threw a rock and nailed him in the face. He screamed, and I grabbed Poppy's hand, and we ran for our lives. We finally stopped at a cafe, panting and hiding before those guys caught up to us. Close call. Are you okay?
My legs are on fire. But yeah, I'm okay.
You should sit down. I'll ask if they have first aid in the cafe. Thankfully they did. And while I was gently cleaning Poppy's wound, I caught her stealing glances at me. I'm sorry. I know I say that a lot, but
It's okay. After the way you jumped in to help me, even though you hate my boyfriend, I really can't hold a grudge. Thank you.
Poppy and I got closer after that day. She'd wave at me in the hallway, smile at me in class, and sometimes I'd catch her staring at me in the cafeteria. Rex didn't notice. He was too busy trying to find a way back into the team, but Ruby did, and she was not happy.
I hate the way she looks at you. It makes me so jealous. You know, I even messed up my routine today and chipped my nail.
So? Why don't you get new nails today? My treat. With Ruby at her nail appointment, I called Poppy and asked her if she was free to hang out. We decided to meet at this popular club, and I was pretty excited. That was until 10 minutes later, Rex walked in and pushed me away.
You little weasel! You were the one who ruined my game!
What are you talking about?
What are you? Shut up! Your dumb girlfriend told me about how you put itchy powder in my shorts.
You're lying! Why would Ruby do that?
Because you lied to me.
Suddenly, Ruby walked in and shoved her phone in my face.
My friend saw you walk in with this dumb twig and clicked this picture.
Excuse me? Mind your tongue.
And you mind your hands. He's my boyfriend.
Cool it, girls. This isn't about you. Hey, pretty boy, itchy powder? Seriously? What are you, 12? Why don't you fight like a man instead of hiding behind pretty girls? Or are you too scared? Do you still wear diapers? I hope you do, because you're about to pee your pants.
Rex threw a punch at me, but thankfully I ducked in time. I picked up a ketchup bottle and sprayed it into his eyes. He got distracted, so I pulled all my strength into one tight punch and smacked him in his jaw. He crashed into a nearby table and was about to charge at me when the manager showed up with the police and got both me and Rex arrested.
That looks bad.
Not as bad as your face. And stop talking to me. We're in this mess because of you.
Me? You ruined my future.
You ruined my life. You've bullied me forever, calling me names, making my life hell, insulting my art. You even went after the girl I liked, and don't pretend it was out of love. You're a selfish prick, Rex.
Maybe. But what about you? You got rich and forgot about me. The day your dad won the lottery, I came to congratulate you. You didn't even look at me. Do you know how insulted I felt? You hurt my ego.
Are you freaking kidding me? My place was packed that night. I might have missed you. You could have talked to me, and we'd have sorted it out.
I thought you didn't care.
God, I can't believe you bullied me for years over that. Now I'm here with my right arm injured, not knowing when I'll draw again. And I have my whole portfolio to finish.
Not like I'm in a better situation. I'm benched for the rest of the season. Do you have any idea how mad my dad is? He's already threatening to send me to military school if I don't work on my game. And now I'm in this stupid jail. My life is sealed.
Your dad was always kind of crazy, right?
Nothing's changed, except he's only gotten crazier.
We really messed things up.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. I won't trouble you from now on, and you can ask Poppy out if you want.
I don't think I want to. She clearly lied to you when she agreed to go out to the club with me.
So, what now?
I guess we stay out of each other's way and graduate in peace.
I'd like that.
Rex and I didn't talk much after that, and within a few hours, Mom bailed the two of us out. It took some time, but my hand recovered, and I decided to wait a year to apply for a better college in Paris. Rex was out of my life, but he left me with a very important lesson. Never let stupid people ruin your life. They are stupid for a reason.
I fought back my tears as I desperately tried to stop the love of my life from walking away. My love, please, don't go. I don't think I could live without you.
Then prove it to me. Give me one more reason to stay.
You can have everything. My heart, my mind, my body, my soul. And most importantly, my lips. The raindrops danced around us as we shared the most passionate kiss ever.
And cut. Perfect. That's a wrap.
The director had already yelled cut, but Reese kept kissing me. I had to push her away because her breath smelled so bad I almost threw up. It's rotten tuna, isn't it? I told you not to eat something stinky before our kissing scenes.
Ignore my calls again, and it's a dead rat next time.
You're crazy! Having Reese as my female lead was a total pain in the butt. Our agencies told us to act like lovers to promote our romance film, but she was too clingy to be a fake girlfriend. She was even worse than my obsessed fangirls who had no concept of privacy. After filming, I escaped to my private gym to work out, but just as I stepped out of the shower, a creepy girl suddenly descended from the ceiling. Who are you, and how did you get in here?
I was just destined to be here. Finally, I got to see you up close. I couldn't believe you're real. You're just too handsome. It hurts.
I immediately alerted my bodyguards, and they caught her in midair as she tried to pounce on me like the hungriest tigress alive.
Leon, please. Just one chance.
Jeez. Can I ever catch a freaking break? The gym incident quickly made the news, and instead of addressing it, my psycho mom/manager was thrilled.
The more obsessed fans you have, the better. It just means you're getting even more popular. I'm expecting more movie offers and brand deals after this.
But we should file a harassment case against that girl. And we also need to do something about Reese.
We don't have to do anything, sweetheart. Just be grateful for your fame and enjoy it.
Then could you at least let me enjoy an ice cream today?
You know sweets are strictly out of your diet plan. Your next role is an expert martial artist who hunts robot sharks on land, so you have to bulk up. Girls love abs.
I thought we were rejecting that offer. You know I can't do action. I'm a clumsy, scaredy bunny, Mom.
That's what stunt doubles are for.
Having my controlling mom as my boss and manager was the worst. I just wanted some peace and quiet, but it was impossible with her. Later that day, while we were filming in a park, Reese kept clinging on to me like a leech, even during film breaks. Reese, for the love of God, get off me!
But you told me that I can have everything, including your body.
That was just a line from our movie. And to make matters worse, a group of jealous fans managed to pass through the barricades and sent our filming set into chaos.
Get off him, you ugly, clingy witch!
As I escaped to my car, I noticed a guy around my age peacefully playing with a claw machine on the side of the street. It was nothing special, but it was all I ever wanted. To be in my own world, without others minding my business. It was just a brief moment, but it finally drove me to confront my mom. I told her about wanting to take a break from my career, and she thought I had lost my mind. I just want to live my life as me. No more fake girlfriends, fake personalities, and crazy women around me 24/7. I'm tired of it. So please, just give me this.
Oh, stop being dramatic. What if you do something stupid and ruin the image that we've built over all these years?
As a celebrity, we have this specific image that we project to the public, and mine was the mysterious prince persona that drove the ladies wild. But in reality, I was the complete opposite. It would be cool for Leon to disappear for a while and just be normal. That's it. I just needed to announce to everyone that Leon had gone abroad to take a break and be a completely different person while he was away. Maybe a disguise would do the trick. I tried on a black wig, swapped my blue eyes for green contacts, put on glasses, then wore some weird cheap clothes and boom! What's up, loser? Mom was bawling when she saw me.
Oh my goodness, what an ugly creature! Bring back my handsome son!
It took me a couple of days to finally calm her down and convince her about my plan. Give me at least a year break or else I will never go back to acting. Ever.
Fine. But you have to live somewhere else with no bodyguards, no private chefs, and no driver. Just one maid and a credit card.
Oh, that's totally fine with me. And just like that, I started a new chapter in my life as the nerdy loser Noel. On my way to my first day of school, I felt like a lost bunny who had just been let out onto the city streets for the first time. My glasses were constantly fogging up, making it impossible to see clearly. As I carefully walked up the city staircase, I unexpectedly tripped. I mentally prepared myself for a painful fall, but out of nowhere, a hand wrapped around my waist and steadied me. My heart skipped a beat as I looked up and saw the most stunning girl I had ever seen.
Watch where you're going, princess.
Just as I was about to regain my balance, she suddenly let go of me. I gasped, but she swiftly grabbed my hand and pulled me back with a smirk. Why would you tease me like that?
Because you're cute.
I was aware that I was cute, but not in this disguise. How dare you make fun of me? Don't you know who I am?
Of course. You're a lost rabbit who needs a little guidance. See you around.
To my surprise, she suddenly jumped over the railings, and I just found myself chasing after her. When I looked down, she was already sitting on a motorcycle while holding her helmet and smirking up at me. Was she expecting me to follow her? Time seemed to slow down when she put on the helmet, turned on the engine, and pumped it up. So pretty and badass. My heart dropped when she blew me a kiss before speeding away. I blinked. Wait! I bolted down the stairs to catch up, but she was already gone, leaving me flustered and intrigued. Who is that girl? Eventually, I found my way to my school building and into my class. As I walked in, all eyes were on me as if I were the president of the Losers Club. Even the girls were giving me a disgusted look, which was totally new to me, and I wasn't complaining. I headed towards an empty seat, but just as I was about to sit down, some dude suddenly kicked the chair away, sending me crashing to the floor. Oh, what the heck, man?
My bad. I was just practicing my signature move for my next blockbuster movie. I'm basically the next action star, you know?
Oh, I didn't expect a fellow actor to be here, but he didn't look familiar at all.
Take it easy on him, Paxton.
I didn't even touch the dude.
And that was when the entire class erupted in laughter. So this is what bullies are like in real life, huh? It's no different from the movies. I stood up, quietly walked to the back of the classroom, and just stood there awkwardly. The door slid open, and the room fell silent as a confident figure walked in. It was that stunning motorcycle girl! So she actually goes to this school too? Paxton and the other guys were practically drooling, which was pretty understandable. She's drop-dead gorgeous without even trying. I was busy gawking at her when she unexpectedly turned to me.
Oh, hello, princess. I didn't expect to see you here. Small world, huh? Why are you standing there?
I don't have a seat.
Come sit on my lap then.
I almost choked on my own tonsils. Before I could process her unexpected offer, Paxton suddenly swooped in and offered me a new chair.
Here's your seat, buddy.
Alrighty then.
Paxton's jealous face turned triumphant, while I was left disappointed. During our class, I kept finding myself staring at my pretty seatmate, secretly. Her side profile looked breathtaking, and the way she effortlessly bit on her pen and spun it around her fingers was so cool. I had worked with tons of beautiful teen actresses my whole life, but it was the first time that a girl got me genuinely intrigued. I wonder what her name was. Later that day in the canteen, I found out that I could eat whatever I wanted, and I was ecstatic. All my life, it had always been my mom, our private chefs, and my assistants who decided what I should eat. And it was such a bummer.
Dude, are you gonna eat the whole canteen or what?
He's gonna eat everything and nothing will be left to us. We're doomed!
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna pay for everything. I handed the lunch lady my credit card, and everyone was looking at me like I just farted.
That's not how it works here, young man. Is this your first time going to an actual school?
Just then, the pretty girl suddenly appeared.
He took a lot of food because it's actually for 2 people, right?
What is she talking about?
Right?
Yes. We're gonna share.
Come on, I'm starving.
Paxton and the others were looking at us with raised eyebrows as she dragged me to an empty table. To my surprise, she sat beside me and started eating with me on the same plate. Seriously? On the same plate? You're kind of freaking me out, to be honest, but in a good kind of way.
So, you're repaying me with an insult after I saved your clueless butt?
Sorry, it's just weird. Why a pretty girl like you would be super nice to a new kid like me on my first day.
Hello? Do you realize that angels like me actually exist? But I'm not doing this for free, though.
Of course, there had to be a catch. There was no way she was actually flirting with an ugly nerd. I later realized what her favor was. She asked me to cover for her as she snuck out in the middle of class. And it was nerve-wracking. Through the window, I saw her riding her motorcycle and leaving. What on earth was she up to? Soon, I learned that her name was Kiara, and it was her habit to sneak out of class in the afternoon. She was also very famous among the boys, especially with Paxton. But she just kept turning him down. One time, Paxton gave her a bouquet of roses and chocolates, but what she did next earned some gasps around.
Ah, perfect. The trash has been starving.
Another time, he showed off his brand new car and offered her a ride home, but she headed straight to her motorcycle and started it right in front of his car. But it just made me even more curious about her, and Paxton even more determined. One day, while he and his gang were talking in the hallway, I heard something that caught me off guard.
One day, she's gonna crawl to me and beg for my attention once my upcoming film becomes successful.
Of course it will, bro. I'm pretty sure you will be more popular than Leon.
Wait, what? Leon? Were they talking about me? The next day, Paxton showed off his pictures from the filming set to Kiara, and it was the movie that Reese and I were currently filming.
This movie's gonna be out soon, and I'm gonna bless your eyes with immaculate visuals and acting.
So your role is a dead person?
Yeah, and it's not easy to hold your breath for 2 minutes.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. This is Leon's upcoming movie, right?
How did you know that? You're stalking me, aren't you?
I'm stalking that actor because I hate him. I hope his movie flops.
Oh, you bet. Sharing the film set with him was traumatizing. He was a total jerk to everyone. He's dating his co-star Reese, and he was so horrible to her.
That's not surprising at all. I heard he's allergic to girls. Maybe he's actually gay.
Hearing Kiara talking bad about me made my sight dim.
I don't think it's okay to judge someone you don't know.
Oh look, we have a fan here.
Kiara just raised an eyebrow at me and walked out. Oh no, was she unfriending me for that? Since then, Paxton kept telling fake news about me on set just to get Kiara's attention, and he was succeeding.
One time, he asked for iced coffee and complained that it was cold.
Oh, so he's a moron, I see.
And I also remember when Reese almost threw up during their kissing scene because his breath smelled like rotten tuna.
A disgusting, dumb jerk. What a lethal combination.
Seeing Kiara believing all his lies made me furious, so I started ignoring and avoiding her since then. But one day, she cornered me.
Hey, princess. Are you ignoring me on purpose?
Stop calling me princess. I'm a freaking guy.
You're cuter when you're jealous.
What? I'm not jealous. Why would I? I just don't like people who talk bad about others without even knowing them.
Is this about Leon? Jeez, you're really a fan, huh? Interesting.
I told you I'm not.
Realizing how close her face was to mine, my eyes automatically went down to her lips. I had kissed tons of women on screen before, and expertly on that. But why do I feel like farting at the thought of kissing Kiara? Just then, someone called her and she immediately left, leaving me flustered all over. As I walked out of the room, Paxton suddenly blocked my way.
Kiara will never be yours, so stop dreaming, loser. Or else.
Is that a threat?
The jerk just answered me with a smirk and left. The next day, I found a letter in my locker, and it was from Kiara.
Hey, princess. Come to the last room on the 3rd floor before our class. I have a surprise for you. XOXO.
What was she planning this time? Driven by curiosity, I made my way to the room, but the moment I stepped inside, the door abruptly locked.
Hey! What's happening? Open the door!
In that instant, a hissing sound reached my ears, and when I turned around, I found myself face to face with a menacing snake! My face turned a shade paler than snow, and I let out a shrill scream. Just as it was about to strike, someone swiftly grabbed it by the neck, as if it were nothing, and flung it out of the window. She looked so cool. My heart skipped a beat, but I snapped back to reality when I realized what just happened.
Did you plan all of this just to tease me again? Because it's not funny.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Frustrated, I dashed out of the room, only to see Paxton and his friends in the hallway, laughing.
He was screaming like a freaking girl!
Everyone was making fun of me all day, so I decided to skip my remaining classes and head straight home. To make myself feel better after a disastrous day, I decided to treat myself to a nearby restaurant. But as I reached into my pocket to pay the bill, panic washed over me. I left my wallet in my locker. I explained the situation to the manager, but they seemed skeptical of my story. So I ended up washing some stacks of dirty dishes. As a clueless billionaire who had never washed a dish before, the scene turned into a complete disaster. Just as the manager was about to flip over me, a familiar face appeared in the chaos.
Kiara, what are you doing here?
I'm about to rescue my princess for the nth time.
As we watched, she revealed that she actually worked part-time in the restaurant. Her sick mom had a massive debt with the owner, and Kiara was working it off. So, this is where you go whenever you sneak out of class.
Yep. Oh, by the way, we need to do something about Paxton. What he did to you earlier is totally not cool.
What do you mean?
I saw him putting that letter in your locker. I got curious, so I followed you after you read it. And thank God I did.
Now that makes more sense. I need to teach that jerk a lesson that he'll never forget.
Let me help you with that.
Kiara and I planned my revenge together, and the opportunity came the very next day. Our drama club teacher chose Paxton as the main character, and I was casted as the waiter. In one scene, Paxton's character caught his girlfriend cheating in a restaurant and was supposed to cry. But he looked more like a constipated frog.
Paxton, is that how an aspiring actor acts? You look so constipated. I need more emotions. Let's do it again. From the top.
Babe, it's not what you think.
I loved you and did everything for you, but this is how you repay me? It hurts. It really hurts. How could you do this to me, you ungrateful witch? Oh, for the love of God, you are such a hopeless case.
Finally, our teacher had enough and decided to replace Paxton. That was Kiara's signal to start our plan.
Excuse me, sir, but why don't we exchange the roles of the lead and the waiter? Just a suggestion.
Oh, he's ugly, but okay, let's give it a try.
All right, Noelle out, Leon in.
Babe, it's not what you think.
I loved you and did everything for you. But this is how you repay me? It hurts. It really hurts. How could you do this to me, you ungrateful witch? Out of anger, I grabbed the entire table and threw it in Paxton's direction, sending him crashing into the janitor's bucket. I then offered my hand to him with a smirk. Sorry, I just got carried away.
You planned this for revenge, didn't you?
As he tried to get up, Kiara pushed a button on a remote, and everyone gasped as smelly black pains fell over him. But everyone was too amazed by my acting to care about Paxton, who spent the rest of the day smelling like paint.
Hey, best actor. I didn't know you had it in you.
Nah, it's nothing.
Anyway, did you see the look on Paxton's face? That was epic.
I know, right? That scumbag deserves it. Kiara and I became closer over the next few months. We even sneaked out of school together, and I helped her out at the restaurant. Then one day when we were at the mall, she showed me her sketchpad. It was full of awesome motorcycle drawings. She told me about her dreams of becoming a motorcycle designer once she pays off her mom's debts. Looking at her eyes shine as she talked about her dreams made me feel like farting again. Oh! But her mood changed when she saw my face in a clothing store where I was the brand ambassador. To my surprise, she grabbed a pen and doodled on it. The security caught us, so we ended up catching our breaths in the basement. Why do you hate Leon so much? I swear, I'm not a fan of his. I'm just curious.
Well, I have a friend who used to be a huge fan of his. One time, she tried to visit him on set to give him a gift that she had prepared for months. She begged for hours, but his assistant said that he couldn't spare even a second to meet his fans. I've also heard stories about him snubbing his fans and even getting them into trouble. It's just awful.
Wow, that's terrible. But maybe he also has his reasons. Fans can be overwhelming sometimes. Celebrities are humans too.
Look, let's not talk about him. Just the thought of him ruins my mood.
Okay. What she said bothered me all night. I felt like I needed to change her mind about Leon. But how? It was the weekend when Kiara invited me to play at the arcade. While we were struggling with a claw machine, she suddenly received an emergency call.
My brother was rushed to the hospital. I need to go.
I insisted on going with her. Thankfully, he just had a minor tummy infection, and he would be fine in a few hours. And seeing Kiara taking care of her little brother melted my heart.
Is that your boyfriend?
No. He's just a friend, and his name is Noel.
Hey, Noelle! Don't ever hurt my sister, or else I'm gonna beat your butt!
Loud and clear, sir. I bought him an ice cream and a burger, and he instantly declared me as his favorite human. That night, while he was sleeping, Kiara asked me to follow her. She led me to the parking lot and went straight to her motorcycle. Where are you going? She pushed an extra helmet on my hands and kicked the engine on. I felt my cheeks burn as she looked back at me. The light of headlights glinted over her helmet, and through her eyes is pure beauty.
You're coming with me. I'll show you something special. Hop in.
I snapped out of my daze and quickly put the helmet on. My heart pounded as I mounted the back of her motorcycle and awkwardly placed my hands on her shoulders. I didn't see her rolling her eyes amusingly and deliberately jerked the motorcycle forward, which made me panic and hug her waist. Kiara laughed. Could you stop teasing me?
I can't help it. You're so cute. Well, hold on tight, princess. Let's go. Yeah!
Then off we go. Kiara drove fast, but it felt like the world stopped moving. The wind touching my face made me feel free, and I never felt free for a very long time. The warmth of Kiara's back seemed to pass right into my heart, and I couldn't deny the fact that I was truly falling in love with this lady knight in her shining helmet. After several minutes, we stopped in front of a lake.
This is my special place. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I'm here, it feels like paradise.
It truly felt like a peaceful paradise. Thanks, Kiara. I really mean it.
For what?
For always coming to my rescue and for being a good friend. Thanks to you, I'm just really happy these days. It's my first time living without my mom, and I was worried at first.
What's your mom like?
She used to be really nice, but ever since Dad left us, she transformed into this evil witch who controlled me like a puppet, and it was suffocating.
That sucks. So, you ran away from home?
Kinda.
I'm glad that you did. You deserve to breathe, you know? And I'm always here for you.
I looked away as I noticed her staring at me.
Am I making you nervous?
Yes. No, I mean, a little bit.
Look at me, Noel.
Wow, look at those frogs. They're jumping around. Just then, she reached for my face and turned it to meet hers.
You're driving me crazy. Do you know that?
Do you really mean that?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is crazy about you. But why me?
To be honest, I don't know. You're just something else. Something special.
I closed my eyes as she leaned in, and when our lips finally touched, it felt so magical that I felt butterflies, and I had this unbearable urge to fart. I couldn't risk becoming a walking embarrassment in front of her. I had to save my dignity. I need to go.
What? Why?
I'm sorry. I was super ashamed about it, and the fact that I wasn't being truthful about who I really was made me feel bad. A few days later, I finally decided to come clean and confess. As I was looking for Kiara, I saw some guys drooling over a girl in the hallway, and blood drained from my face when I realized who it was. Reese! Holy crap! What was she doing here?
Have you seen my Leon around? I swear my heart tells me he's just here, hiding.
Panicking, I immediately ran to the back of the school and called Mom, and she begged me to come back because Reese had been out of control lately. Just give me more time, Mom. Please. Just do something about Reese. I'm not ready to come back as Leon. After talking to Mom, I made sure Reese was gone before I came out of hiding. But Kiara saw me.
What were you doing here?
I was just...
Look, if you don't like me, then just be clear with it and reject me instead of making me look like a fool.
How could I reject a goddess like you? Look, there's something that you need to know, and I need to... Just then, my phone rang, and I excused myself to answer it. It was Mom, and she informed me that we needed an emergency meeting about Reese ASAP because she was throwing a tantrum right now, and she might tell the press that I was in hiding.
What is it you were gonna tell me?
I'll tell you next time. I need to go. After an emergency meeting, we tried looking for Reese, but she was nowhere to be found. The next day in class, I got the biggest shock of my life when Paxton arrived with her, and there were a lot of reporters with them.
Everyone, eyes on here! Reese and I got a little movie to show you.
He suddenly played a video of me talking to Mom about Reese yesterday, and everyone was so confused. Just give me more time, Mom. Please. Just do something about Reese. I'm not ready to come back as Leon. I was about to escape when suddenly Paxton grabbed me by my hair.
Let's welcome the best actor in our class. No other than the superstar Leon, who got bored with his life, so he ghosted his girlfriend and decided to deceive us all.
Paxton then snatched my glasses and took off my wig.
Oh, Leon, my Pookie Pie, it is indeed you.
As Reese jumped on me, I met Kiara's eyes across the room, and she looked horrified. No, this couldn't be happening. Just then, the ladies went wild. Before they could devour me alive, I ran out of the school and hailed a cab to go straight home to Mom. We then found out that Reese had arranged a press conference immediately and started spilling everything. Mom and I decided to do a counterattack.
It's true that I had enough of the celebrity life, and that is the reason why I decided to take a break. I wanted to be with people who aren't crazy about me. Don't get me wrong, I love my fans, and I'm always grateful. But we celebrities are human too. We also need some peace and privacy. I truly love acting, and I won't quit. But I don't want to live a fake life anymore. I just wanted to be me. Also, Reese and I aren't dating. It's just for the show. I don't like crazy, obsessive girls. Most importantly, I'm in love with someone else. My lady knight in her shining helmet. I hope she feels the same way.
Reese went completely bonkers, so I was forced to file a restraining order against her, and our movie was eventually cancelled. But who cares? I only cared about one person right now, but she suddenly vanished on Earth. I asked the restaurant manager for her address, and when I went there, her brother told me that she didn't want to see me.
I told you not to make her cry, but what did you do? Now go away!
Please, just let me talk to her.
Fine. Consider this as my payment for the ice cream and burger.
He then led me to where she was hiding. Inside the fridge! Are you planning to freeze yourself to death here? Do you hate me that much?
No, I just feel so ashamed of myself.
Ashamed of what?
Because it has always been you, you idiot! I hated Leon because the fangirl that I told you about was actually me!
What? So you were actually my fan turned hater?
Yes. Maybe that's why I was drawn to you the first time I saw you as Noel. Maybe deep inside, I always knew it was you. And then I got to know the real you and fell in love, but I hated myself for not realizing it sooner.
I should be the one to apologize for deceiving you. I swear. I have been planning to tell you.
I know. I watched your statement earlier, and regarding your confession, I feel the same way. I mean, isn't it obvious?
I love you, Kiara.
I love you too, Noel. Leon, my princess, or whoever you are.
She finally leaned in for a kiss, but I remembered something and backed away. Wait! I have something to tell you.
What? That you fart whenever you kiss me?
How did you know that?
Relax. I think you just need to get used to it, and I'm here to help you with that. Come on. I need to know how the best actor kisses in real life.
And with that, I gave her the best kissing scene ever. But when we finally pulled away, I screamed when she suddenly turned into a guy. A familiar guy. Babe, wake up. It's time for your shoot.
Huh? Marcus?
Are you okay?
And then it clicked. Everything was just a dream. I dreamed about a handsome man.
Oh, so you're cheating on me in your dreams.
No, he was the male version of me, and he was actually—
Too late. I'm already mad. And only a kiss could make me feel better.
Okay. Now let me tell you about my dream. It was crazy.
Fine.
My grandfather started a superglue company centuries ago, like 1970 or something, and he made a fortune, because everyone uses superglue, right? You need it for school projects, broken shoe heels, fake eyelashes. I was raised by my single, adoring dad who inherited the family business, and growing up, my life was a fairy tale. I wore clothes from global designers, had food flown in from Europe, and an army of servants waiting on me hand and foot, and I went to the best private school, where I met my BFF forever, Nicolette. She joined my school in the 4th grade, and we were sitting together in art class when our teacher, Mrs. Humphrey, started laughing at my work.
Liana, why did you make your elephant blue? It looks so silly.
Why? Have you seen all the elephants in the world?
No, but I know there are no blue ones.
How can you be sure until you've seen every elephant? Maybe one is blue.
Nicolette, I said there are no blue elephants, and you'll listen to me.
Why? I don't even listen to my parents. Everyone, color your elephants blue, purple, yellow, green, the whole rainbow. Mrs. Humphrey carried Nicolette off to the principal, and she was fired. Apparently, Nicolette's dad was even richer than mine, and the principal wasn't about to piss him off. I thought it was cool of her to stand up for me, and we've been friends ever since. And yeah, she can be vain, and she's kinda bossy. Like, we always have to eat where she says or watch the movies she wants. But overall, she's a first-rate bestie. Together, we practically ruled the school. Everyone either wanted to be us or be with us. For my 16th birthday, Dad said he had a special gift for me. Did you buy me an island? Another car? The Eiffel Tower? Eee, a credit card!
Yes, darling. It's time for you to understand how things work and how much stuff costs.
Oh, thank you, Daddy! And boy, did we make that card work. Nicolette and I went on shopping sprees, got makeovers, then invited our friends for dinner to a fancy new restaurant. We ate till we were about to burst, but the next morning was not so pleasant.
How did you spend $30,000 in a day? $3,000 on a handbag, $2,000 on shoes, and $4,000 for a lock of someone's hair? Liana, why?
It's Himmen's hair from BTS.
$15,000 on 20 pounds of gold-plated onion rings?
Oh, those were delish. You have to try them. Okay, I hear you, Daddy. I had no idea it would add up to so much.
I gave you the card to learn exactly that.
I'll be more careful now, promise. It wasn't so hard, because I had new shoes and clothes for a few weeks. Then Nicolette got us invites to a super exclusive costume party, and she'd already taken care of our wardrobe. We're going in some German princesses' gowns. Daddy pulled some major strings to borrow them from the museum. Oh, wow. But do you think that's a good idea? They must be worth a fortune. That's the whole point, duh. You should wear the green one. It'll bring out your eyes. Me? Well, who am I kidding? I can pull off anything. I think we're gonna make some headlines, babe. And we sure did. As we waved at the paparazzi, I didn't realize Nicolette was stepping on my dress, and I walked forward, and then I heard a loud rip. We came under fire in the media for being rich brats who ruined a historical dress, and my dad had to pay a lot in damages. Daddy, it was an accident.
No, it was a stupid decision to wear that dress. I'm not always gonna be around to clean your messes, and you don't have a clue about money. Do you think it grows on trees?
Well, money is paper, and paper comes from trees, so technically…
Liana!
I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you.
Yes, you will. You'll start by paying off your credit card debt of $30,000, and you'll have to figure out how. Till you show me you can act like an adult, I'm cutting you off.
And he was dead serious. Why don't you just order another credit card to pay this off? It doesn't work like that. I've got it. Just start your own makeup line. I need money to start that? You've got to meet me halfway, babe. You're shooting down all my ideas. Okay, how about you get one of those job things? What are you qualified to do? Spend money? This is hopeless. And then suddenly, I had an idea. OMG, I should become an influencer and tell other people what to buy. This is perfect. I set up my Instagram page, and the first 300 likes were super easy, because that was everyone in high school. But I felt anxious when I posted the first makeup video with my favorite products. To my surprise, it was quite well received. I became obsessed with my channel and got really busy shooting videos. I was being approached by sponsors and finally started making some dough. Okay guys, we got these vegan, gluten-free bananas shipped from New Zealand. Highly recommended. Now I'll show you how I eat them. You guys, this snail cream from Korea is what you need for glass skin. Yes, snails are gross, but their mucus is everything. Someone sent me these delicious diet cookies. Oh, God, they taste like sawdust. Liana, when will you be done? I'm bored. Come on, let's go for sushi. I can't. I gotta shoot this video again. Fine, I'll order in. I was thinking of doing a video about eating on a budget. Can you order from some place that's not so expensive, please? Now I gotta eat bad food because of you? You suck. But when I posted that video, I was met with some outrage. You think the average person's meal costs $200. What planet are you living on, princess? I hope you rich brats lose all your money. My subscribers were going down. I had to do damage control. So I decided on a charity drive where Nicolette and I would give away some of our things at homeless shelters. Please take care of those shoes. Blind children in Milan made them. You know what? Maybe I'm not ready to part with them yet. Nicolette, I'm live streaming. Let the freaking shoes go. One girl looked really displeased when I handed her a makeup kit. What am I supposed to do with this? I don't even have enough to eat. Well, it's better to be pretty and poor than ugly and poor, no? Gosh, you rich people are awful. She threw a cup of coffee at Nicolette, who had a total meltdown. What have you done? This is a real fur coat that my daddy got from Russia? Ugh, you are such a cruel creature. You've ruined the sacrifice of 1,000 squirrels. Oh God, why is life so unfair? Well, that was the end of my Instagram channel. No one wanted to work with me after that. I'd barely made $5,000. So I had to get a waitressing job at a cafe. Girl, are you saying you're not going to the concert because someone else can't wait on tables? Yes, my shift ends at 10 p.m. Also, I can't waste money on a concert ticket. You're crazy for doing all this work when all you need to do is cry harder to your daddy. Ugh, I'm out of here. Nicolette started hanging out more with our other friends, but with school and long shifts, I was honestly too tired to care. Waitressing was hard. I asked for a non-fat soy milk double shot cold brew Spanish latte with sweet foam and cinnamon. Well, that's a lot to remember. I'm just one tiny person. Here's your order, sir. I'll take this one away. Liana, you're needed at the counter. I looked up at this boy who just swooped in, and his dreamy blue eyes left me dazed. Just then, I tripped on something and fell on a customer's table. The manager sent me to the kitchen to do the dishes for the rest of the day. Hey, you okay? Accidents happen. Please, don't be upset. Oh, I'm not upset. It's just that, how should I put this? What? I don't know how to wash dishes. The boy smiled and rolled up his sleeves. He spent the next hour teaching me, and I found myself enjoying it. His name was Jamie, and he just joined as assistant manager. So, Jamie, how'd you know my name? Did you ask around as soon as you got here? No. Your name tag kind of gave it away. Oh gosh, of course. Ugh, I'm so dumb. Nah, you're cute. You got some soap on your nose. Where? There. Work got a lot more bearable with Jamie around, and he even asked me out. We had an amazing date by the beach after our shift, but Jamie had a request. I'm gonna tell you something ridiculous, but please don't judge me. A few months ago, my friend's sister confessed in front of a lot of people that she's in love with me, and she's super weird and smells like tuna. So I just panicked and said that I'm gay. Now I've been living that lie and I need to fix it. But till I do, please don't tell anyone that we're dating, not even your BFF. Oh God, I'm such a dummy. Don't worry about it, I won't. Later when he dropped me home, he kissed me. I walked into my room humming, and then I screamed. Nicolette, you scared me. Why are you here? To put an end to all this stupidity? I can't watch you working like a donkey anymore. And she threw cash on my bed. I went into Dad's office and threatened his stupid assistant to give me money. And when he refused, I threw ketchup at him. He cried and said I made him feel unsafe. Like, what does that even mean? Anyway, I think he hates Dad because he gave me double of what I asked for behind Dad's back. So here, take the money. I knew I should have said no, but man, I was so tired of working. So I gave Nicolette a big hug and gave Dad the money, and he returned the credit card. I won't be keeping checks on you anymore, darling. You've proved that you can be responsible. Nicolette and I were back to hanging out, except some evenings I'd be busy with Jamie, and some nights she was away on dates. One day I went to the mall alone when I saw something that made my heart drop. It was Nicolette in Jamie's arms, and they were kissing. What's going on here? How dare you kiss my boyfriend? Oh, what? Have you hit your head somewhere, Liana? Jamie stared at both of us, then ran away at supersonic speed. What the heck? I've been dating Jamie for weeks. He works at the cafe. I know. I dropped by once to see you, but it was your day off, and I met Jamie there. We've been dating since. He told me not to tell anyone. Oh my God, I can't believe he played us both. What a weasel. Total jerk. But if he had to choose, we know who it would be, Avi. Oh, you think it's you? Why's that? You know, I'm prettier and richer and definitely more fun. Come on, you'd be so boring without me. Oh yeah? Remember that time I had to shut down my Insta channel because of you? Or how about that whole dress disaster? That was so fun. It's not like I forced you to wear it. Yes, you did. You're so bossy. You always decide things for me. It's not my fault you're a pushover. You've always had the backbone of a jellyfish. Remember in 5th grade when I had to defend you in art class because I felt sorry for you? Did you feel sorry because I'm a jellyfish or because I'm ugly? Or maybe you just acted like that because you've always been a spoiled brat. You're one to talk, Miss Gold Onion Rings. You ordered those. At least I was there on your birthday, unlike you. Oh my God, I missed one birthday in 8th grade because I was getting my appendix removed. So you say. Except I'm pretty sure you flew to Paris that weekend to buy the bag I wanted. I felt so annoyed that I tugged at her hair. She pulled hard at mine, and we broke out into a huge fight in the middle of the mall. We finally stopped to catch our breath. You know what? We can't be friends anymore. Why would I want to be friends with you? You've already told me that you think you're better than me, and anyone would choose you over me. Well, we'll see about that. After that, Nicolette and I went to war. We openly declared the end of our friendship in school, and our friends had to choose sides. We always decided the cafeteria menu together, but now we couldn't agree on anything. Liana, we are not eating salads 3 times a week. Fried chicken for the win, am I right, guys? Has no one told you that your butt looks bigger lately? I can tell just by looking at you that you've gained 5 pounds. Oh, you take that back, witch. And another fight broke out. We were co-managers of the dance club, and an important performance was coming up soon, but we just fought non-stop over the routine. We took a vote, and most members wanted to go with my ideas, so Nicolette gave in. But during the performance, half the team started doing a totally different dance. There was complete chaos on stage, with dancers bumping into each other in confusion, and Nicolette was cackling like crazy. Needless to say, we were both suspended from management, but things really got to a head when I announced a party at my place, and Nicolette announced one 2 hours later for the same time. There's gonna be a giant bouncy castle at my party. How lame. There will be exotic dancers at mine. I'll be serving the best food in town, and a mystery pop star will be performing. I knew Dad would be away that weekend, and I'd been really good with money lately, so I decided to go all out. The whole school ended up at my place, and I knew Nicolette's heart would burn. But then some kids started fighting, and it turned into a riot. They completely trashed my place, and our security team had to throw everyone out. I felt squeamish with guilt and anxiety. Dad was gonna kill me this time. But the next morning, I got a phone call from the hospital. Dad had been in a car accident on his way back home. My whole world had turned upside down. Dad was in a coma, and the doctors had no idea when he'd wake up, or if. His manager walked me through the hospital bills and explained Dad's finances, but I just felt so overwhelmed. Hey, Liana, I came as soon as I heard. I'm so sorry. Thanks. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry too, for everything. Me too. I can't believe that stupid Jamie set us off like that. FYI, I got Daddy to get him fired. He deserves that, but I don't think our fight was really about him. Clearly, we've had issues with each other that we just never talked about. Let's just call it a truce now, okay? Of course, and I'm here for you, babe. She did try, but Nicolette was Nicolette, and my responsibilities bored her soon enough. I had an entire household to manage, and I even had to learn more about the family business to make decisions on Dad's behalf. I had some serious growing up to do, and one day when I went to visit Dad, I screamed when I saw him sitting up and smiling. Oh my God, Daddy, please don't scare me like that again.
I'm sorry you went through all this alone. My manager tells me you've been handling everything really well, and I am so proud of you, darling.
Dad recovered fully soon, and things went back to normal. Well, almost. Hey, babe, let's go to Hawaii to party. Actually, I just want to focus on school and college applications. I hear you, girl. I'm so serious about college, too. I need to get in to access my trust fund. But come on, a week away can't hurt. I'm gonna pass, Nicolette. See you around. A year later, I'm doing really well in business school. Nicolette and I keep in touch, but sometimes you realize you've outgrown certain friendships, and it's totally okay to go down your own path. You know how people say that when you meet the love of your life, time stands still and your heart skips a beat? Well, my dad had his own version of it.
Love feels like a bunch of fireworks exploding inside your heart.
That sounds dangerous.
Oh, honey, it's the most beautiful feeling in the world.
Dad always tells me about about when he met Mom. He was playing on the subway, and when she stepped in, he felt fireworks go off inside of him. And that was it.
My life changed forever.
Our life changed forever. My mom was a big shot lawyer, and my dad worked as a music teacher at my own school. I inherited my dad's love for music, but wasn't into singing, so I used Mom's lawyer skills on them and convinced them to buy me a drum kit. My life was simply wonderful, but everything changed when I was 12. Mom got stuck on one big case and was working crazy hours, so there was no time for anything else, not even for me. For months, I kept bugging her to notice me, but the answer was always the same. Not now. I can't, Alice. Of course, this also led to fights between my parents. They used to argue in the kitchen at night when they thought I was asleep. Finally, one night, she just left. There were no explanations, no clues, no goodbye letter, nothing. It was a rough time, but my dad and I always stayed together. As time went by, we both started feeling a little bit better. Despite everything, I never stopped believing in true love, and I eagerly awaited the sensation my father had described so many times. When I turned 16, I witnessed the fireworks of love up close. I was at home cooking an egg when these bratty kids kept ringing our doorbell and running away. My blood was boiling, so I decided to teach them a lesson at the next bell. I flung open the door and spattered the egg right onto them. To my surprise, it was Luke, one of my dad's guitar students. He was one of the most popular, truly dreamy, funny, and kind guy in our school. Oh no. This egg! Lucky you! You just won a tuition discount from Dad! I quickly made this up, but he kept staring at me in complete awe. Then it happened. It struck him like lightning, just like my dad described. The whole fireworks and electricity package.
Hi, Alice. I love you.
But here's the twist. I didn't feel the same way. However, from that moment on, Luke embarked on a mission to win my heart, while I tried to refuse his advances without hurting him.
Flowers for you, Beaut.
Bees! It has bees!
I baked brownies for you.
Thanks, but I prefer vegetables. He invited me to the amusement park, but I pretended to be dizzy when he was gonna kiss me on the Ferris wheel. And then, he also asked my father for my hand.
So, what do you think?
Tell him that he has to provide 4 sheep, 5 cows, and 1 unicorn in exchange. Yet Luke never gave up, and finally, he went all in. He performed for me on my balcony, singing the very same song my dad used to woo my mom back in the day. And I swear I could see Dad helping him the whole time. Then he asked the big question.
Do you want to be my girlfriend?
Luke, I like you, but
I'll take that.
It's
a love story, baby. Just say yes.
I know what you might be thinking. How could you not love Luke back? He sounds like the perfect guy. And you'd be right. He was everything I could have wished for, and more. He even quoted Taylor Swift for me. I decided I should give him a chance. Maybe the fireworks would appear slowly for me. Okay, let's do it. After a few months, things were going great. He was a great boyfriend, and I cared for him. One day, as we hiked up a hill, my foot clumsily met a cluster of rocks. I was about to fall when Luke grabbed my hand and held me.
Are you all right?
I nodded. The sunlight hit him just right, and he looked just beautiful. He leaned in, and he rewarded my safety with a kiss. It was a scene right out of a movie. Come on, guys. You see? I tried, but I just couldn't help feeling nothing. By the time we reached the top of the hill, I decided to end things. Luke deserved someone who could truly love him. After a brief pause, I managed to muster the strength to share my feelings. However, as I looked at him, tears were welling up in his eyes.
Alice, there's something I have to tell you.
Yes, Luke?
I'm thrilled that we're together. I've been looking for the perfect partner for what feels like forever.
Tears began to fall down his cheeks, and I hugged Luke tightly. How could I break his heart after that? I just couldn't. I needed a new plan, a way to end things without hurting him. Just then, I got an idea. I needed to find my boyfriend a new girlfriend. Yet, it was easier said than done. Finding the perfect girl for Luke was certainly a tough mission. I introduced him to Sarah in a bowling alley, but it turned out she was only interested in using Luke to make her ex-boyfriend jealous. On trivia night, Claire and Luke had a heated argument about the best pizza toppings. They didn't get along after that. Lastly, how can I forget about Julie? When I introduced her to Luke at a party, it was pretty clear that she was more interested in me than in him, much to Luke's amusement. Of course, he knew nothing of my plan. I introduced so many girls to him, pretending they were my friends, but none of them sparked even the slightest explosion. Luke only only seemed to have eyes for me. Darn him! After a few weeks of failures, I was about to give up hope. But then, right in my dad's class, the solution seemed to fall from the sky. Almost literally.
Boys and girls, we have a new exchange student from South Korea. This is Moon.
That new girl seemed quiet, but she was a total stunner.
We have a little welcome tradition here. You've got to sing us your favorite song while standing upside down.
What? You could actually see Moon's soul leaving her body.
Kidding. But come on, it'll be a blast. So, which song are we going with?
For a brief moment, Moon seemed to be torn between making a mad dash for the exit, pretending to faint, or fighting my dad to ignore his request. Love Story by Taylor Swift. Bingo! That was the girl who was gonna sweep my boyfriend off his feet. I couldn't have been more thrilled. Above all, she had a beautiful voice. She was perfect for Luke. As soon as the class ended, I walked up to Moon. Hi, I'm Alice. That was amazing. Thank you. I just hope I don't have to do that to introduce myself in math class. Don't worry about it. The gym teacher might make you do some push-ups in front of the whole school, but apart from that, well, that's it. I'm going back to South Korea. She even had a great sense of humor. By the way, the music teacher who just made you sing in front of everyone is my dad. But don't hold that against me. I won't. He seems cool. He is, in his own unique way. Surprisingly, considering that if my plan worked, Moon would steal my boyfriend from me, the two of us immediately hit it off. I was happy to make a new friend, but the most important thing was that I had an inkling right from the start that she and Luke were a match made in heaven. I had to rush to my plan. By the way, I'm in a band. Ever considered becoming a rock star? A rock star? Sure, but only if we get to wear sunglasses indoors. Of course! You can't make great music if you don't look cool. With my master plan in motion, I organized a rehearsal in my garage for that same night. As usual, Luke and I began a friendly battle over which song to play next. But just as the tension was mounting, Moon made her grand entrance. Hi there. When Luke turned to meet her gaze, something magical unfolded between them. Their fireworks were so intense that for a moment I thought the neighbors were bombing my house.
Hi, I'm Alice's Luke.
Nice to meet you, Alice Luke. I'm Moon.
That's a beautiful name.
Moon turned red as a tomato.
I mean, it's cute. I mean, it's not a horrible name.
They were so awkward and cute that they looked like two penguins trying to dance. The first part of my plan was complete. Over the next few weeks, I did everything to bring my new friend and boyfriend even closer. I planned this adorable picnic for the three of us, but then I faked a stomach pain, so they both got time together.
Alice, are you okay?
Oh no, not again. What's wrong, Alice? It's my, pigmatitis.
Okay, let's go see the doctor.
Clearly, my plan failed. Next time, I took them to the movies to watch an old, sappy romantic film. Where's Alice?
She told me she wasn't coming because she hates Sandra Bullock.
She hates Sandy B? Is that even possible?
Right? I said exactly the same thing.
They watched the movie together. All the while, I was lurking secretly in the background. In a particularly romantic scene, their shoulders leaned against each other. They locked eyes, and their lips came closer. It seemed that it was the moment, but...
Want some more popcorn?
Yeah, sure. So close. By the way, I, of course, don't hate Sandra Bullock. Slowly, I was running out of ideas and excuses. I even signed us up for a romantic bread baking class, only to remember right beforehand that I was gluten intolerant. Silly me.
Since when?
It's very recent. I don't want to talk about it. We can make gluten-free bread. It's not the same. Go on without me. Tragically, I had to keep up that lie and not eat a sandwich in front of them for way too long. Oh, the lengths I went to. But despite all my efforts, nothing was happening. They clearly had feelings for each other, but neither was making the first move. I was determined to give it one final shot, so I orchestrated an irresistibly romantic date at Rochester High Falls, Luke's cherished spot. I prepared the scene, and it looked spectacular. I stood there, admiring my masterpiece. This must have been how Billie Eilish felt when she composed Bad Guy. My plan wasn't complete without the final touch. Two mysterious and alluring letters, one for Luke and one for Moon. That evening, they both arrived thinking the other had organized the date. I should have respected their privacy and left, but I sneaked a peek at the date and sat in a nearby grove with popcorn and soda. It seemed like they were still too shy to make the big move. Just as I was about to fall asleep, Moon slowly moved nearer to Luke's lips. The excitement was so intense that I could feel it moving through my body, particularly in my ankle. In my ankle? I looked at my leg and saw a raccoon clinging to my ankle. Freaked out, I totally lost it. Ah! I sprang from the bushes just in time to disrupt their big moment.
Alice, what are you doing here?
Oh, hi! Just taking a walk.
Around the falls? Alone? At night?
Well, you know what they say, when nature calls. Don't judge me. That's the best I could come up with. Alice, this isn't what it seems.
We were just...
Their embarrassment and guilt were clear.
I'm sorry.
They clearly felt terrible, and I felt even worse. It was entirely my fault. It was time to tell the truth. You don't have to feel guilty. I orchestrated the entire thing.
What?
You? Yeah. I couldn't help but notice the magic connection between you two. This is my strange way of giving you my wholehearted blessing. Well, at least I told them part of the truth. For a brief moment, Luke and Moon exchanged puzzled glances, and Luke turned to give me an earful. However, after what felt like an eternity, they both enveloped me in a hug simultaneously.
Alice, I can't believe you'd do something like this. You could have just spoken to me. And I'm sorry. I tried to fight these feelings.
No need to apologize. The heart wants what the heart wants. Are you sure you're okay with this? Absolutely. You two are meant for each other. I'll step aside and let you enjoy the rest of your date. I walked away swiftly, but before I got too far, I turned back to see them finally sharing their first kiss. Well, you could have at least waited for me to leave. Just kidding. Carry on. This may appear like the happily ever after ending, doesn't it? But believe me, there are still some more fireworks to discover. My grand plan had succeeded. Moon was perfect for Luke, and they were really happy. However, sometime later, I started to feel increasingly sad. While I was genuinely thrilled for them, a feeling of loneliness began to take over me. Eventually, I decided to share with my dad my deepest fear. Dad, what if I never experienced those fireworks?
Alice, just like music, love has its own tempo. It won't come if you're expecting it. But trust me, sooner or later, your moment will come.
But what if I end up with a broken heart, like you when Mom left us?
That can happen. Love is not perfect, but believe me, it's still worth it.
After that, I decided to give the whole love thing a rest. I just focused on school, my friends, and of course, music. For several months, everything went smoothly. Surprisingly, my dad was right about love. My moment was bound to come just when I least expected it.
Boys and girls, we have a new exchange student, this time from Italy. This is Camillo.
And that was it. Boom, boom, boom! Just like my dad had predicted, my moment to feel the fireworks had arrived, and it came on strong when Camillo strolled into the classroom. I couldn't take my eyes off of him. And to be fair, no one else in the class could either. He was so irresistible, incredibly handsome, cool, stylishly dressed, and smart. My dad tried to get him to sing a song to introduce himself, but Camillo instead recited a poem in Italian. I didn't understand anything. I was too captivated by him.
Ah, right. It's a very lovely and romantic poem.
Not really. It's about what hell is like.
Marry me. I knew I had to beat out tons of other girls to win his heart, but if there was one thing I was truly confident about, it was my matchmaking skills. Game on. During lunch, I went up to him. He was sitting by himself, with all the girls gazing at him from afar, too mesmerized to strike up a conversation. But I wasn't like the other girls. Hi there. What's cooking, good looking? Not my best pickup line, I know.
Hi, you.
Alice.
Oh, right, Alicia.
Already? My name, or a variation of it, coming out of his mouth made me shiver. What are you reading?
Robert Frost.
Oh, he's the one who invented frosting? Because if so, I want to congratulate him.
No, he was one of America's most renowned poets.
I felt like my confidence had crumbled like a house of cards. I guess I'm more of a takeout menu reader. Camillo shot me this weird smile and went back to his book. I left feeling defeated and humiliated, all while the surrounding girls erupted into laughter. Still, I wasn't gonna give up so easily. You guys know I can be very stubborn. Over the next few days, I did everything I could to get Camillo's attention and interest. So, you're a photographer?
Yeah.
Me too. I love selfies. And when I thought I couldn't get any lower, Camillo, I wrote you a poem.
Oh, okay.
Twinkle, twinkle in your eyes, like the stars in moonlit skies. In your arms, I feel so right, like a star that's shining bright. He rested his hand on my shoulder with second-hand embarrassment.
That was very sweet.
What was I thinking? Are we going or not? The most stunning gothic girl was walking towards Camillo.
Sure thing, Bella.
They just walked away while my hope lay shattered on the floor. After the humiliation of a lifetime, I crawled home and locked myself in my own room for days. Is this karma for not loving Luke back? Unwelcome love is horrible. Why didn't anyone tell me? I decided to never leave my room again. But Luke and Moon swooped in to save the day. Alice, what are you doing?
We were worried about you. You haven't been to school for days.
And I'm not going back. I'm officially a hermit now.
Come on, Alice. You can't give up so easily.
What else can I do? He's too cool and smart for me, and he clearly has a thing for goth girls. Well, maybe that can be arranged. Moon showed me the flyer for a costume party happening the next day at school. Maybe this wasn't quite over yet. The following day, I visited Moon's house for the first time for a unique makeover session. She was determined to transform me, and after an intense half hour of makeup and dressing, I emerged as a whole new person. Camillo will be head over heels for you. After a while, I headed downstairs to her kitchen to grab a glass of water. Moon's house was massive and a bit eerie, with dim lighting and an unsettling silence. As I turned the corner, I bumped into a tall, mysterious guy. I let out a scream of surprise. Who are you? I'm Alice, Moon's friend. I glared at him. He was wearing a suit, like a gangster from a lousy movie.
I'm Quan, Moon's big brother.
Oh, right.
Why are you dressed like that?
We're going to a costume party.
A costume party? So childish.
You're like just a year older than us. Besides, you look like you're dressed up too.
Whatever, just watch where you're going, kid.
Kid? Just then, Moon showed up, probably after hearing my screams. When I turned to face him, Quan had already disappeared down the dark hall. What? Why are you smiling? You know, your brother is a real piece of work. Aha. Moon acted weird. I think that runs in their family. Shortly after, we left for their party. Luke, dressed as a mad scientist, welcomed us.
Alice, you look like you just stepped right out of a dark and mysterious fairy tale. Great job, baby.
Thanks, baby. Alice, Camillo's there. Go do your thing, girl. Thank you, guys. I took a deep breath and walked towards Camillo, who was dancing with his friend. Of course, he was too cool to wear a costume. With a boost of confidence from my outfit, I saluted them. Hello, my fellow creatures of the night.
Alice, what are you wearing?
Tonight, I embrace the shadows. I'm a goth. Being a goth is not a costume, you phony. It's a lifestyle. I'm sorry, I didn't mean, of course you didn't. You are just a little suburban princess who gets whatever she wants, playing dress up, and the way Camillo looked at me, that hurt more than any malicious comment. Once again, I was humiliated. For the rest of the party, I hid in the halls of the school. How could I be so stupid?
Should I respond?
I looked up and saw Quan. What are you even doing here? I thought you were too fierce for a costume party.
I am. I'm just here to pick up Moon.
I just got her text. She already left with Luke.
Oh, okay.
Quan leaned his back against the lockers.
Rough night?
That's an understatement.
So, do you want me to take you home, or would you rather stay here crying?
What? These are not tears.
Don't try to tell me you got something in your eye. Come on, let's go.
I was shocked. He was rude, definitely, but not that bad. Quan held out his hand for me to stand up. As I was getting up, our eyes met. Time stood still. Electricity. And yeah, it happened again. Boom, boom, boom.
What? Did you hit your head or something?
No, it's just that, I don't know. Forget about it. I'm fine.
If you say so.
As Quan drove me home, I kept looking at him out of the corner of my eye the whole trip. I was spellbound. I tried to strike up a conversation with Quan, but he didn't pay much attention to me. So, tell me about yourself.
Pass.
Come on, what do you like?
Silence.
Clearly, Quan was not very interested in getting to know me. Soon after, he dropped me home. I couldn't believe it. After years of dreaming about those fireworks feelings, I finally got them. Twice in 1 week. Plot twist, both guys are just not that into me. This was obviously karma. It was Cupid's way of getting back at me. Destiny laughing in my face. Or maybe it was just my teenage hormones. I hate my life. But what I didn't know was that Moon hadn't left the party when Quan arrived. In fact, she was in the bathroom and saw and heard my entire conversation with her brother. Although Quan didn't notice my fireworks explosion, Moon did, and decided it was her turn to play Cupid. Moon started finding excuses and forcing situations for Quan and me to spend time together. She would invite me to her house, but when I arrived, she wasn't there. Is Moon home?
For the 4th time this week, she's not.
Despite how Quan acted like he didn't care, Moon was determined to make it happen. She even locked us in an escape room. I guess we're gonna have to solve this to get out. This could take a while.
The key is under that armchair.
Oh, right. Then, Moon planned a movie date with Quan and me, and then left us. Yeah, she used my own little scheme against me. We got into the wrong screening room and ended up watching a children's movie. This is so boring. Wait, are you crying?
No, I'm not. You're crying.
OMG, you are!
Shut up. It's just a beautiful tale of friendship between a duck and a shark.
After that, he started talking to me, and slowly, I understood that his whole bad boy facade was simply a shield Quan put up when he moved here to cope with this unknown and new place. He actually could be really kind and sweet. One day, Moon set up a sort of double date with me and Luke and dragged Quan quite literally into a bowling alley. The evening turned out to be an absolute absolute blast. We enjoyed some good food, sent those bowling pins flying, and shared laughs like there was no tomorrow. Quan even dropped his tough guy persona and had an amazing time. I felt that slowly, we two were growing closer.
Great strike, Alice!
Thanks, I learned from the best.
I didn't know I was the best.
Who says I was talking about you? The only problem was that Luke found out what Moon was doing and he wasn't too happy about it and cornered me.
Alice, Quan's not right for you. He once told me,
If you hurt my sister, I'll turn your hair pink.
and he walks around in sunglasses indoors too. And don't even get me started on his weird spoons collection. Did you see the massive plastic to fancy spoons display in his room? I'm just worried you'll end up hurt.
But I wasn't very convinced. And then the next day, as we were preparing for our band rehearsal, Luke arrived with a surprise visitor.
Camillo came to rehearsal, if you girls don't mind.
If looks could kill, Luke would be dead now. Oh, that's why you said not to bring Quan.
We'll talk later, baby. I tell you, man, we have the best drummer in town.
So, he has decided to play matchmaker too.
Go on then.
During our practice, I was super nervous, way more than usual. But then Camillo did some really nice things that made me feel a lot better. I think I did pretty good in the end.
That was great, Alice. I didn't know you were so talented.
Thanks. That made me melt, literally, right there on the spot. For the next few weeks, I was caught in a love triangle with Quan and Camillo, and tangled in a dispute between friends. I felt bad, but chose to go with the flow, hoping to solve the puzzle of my heart. But things turned into some kind of competition between them, and in order to win, they went big. Luke orchestrated a fantastic carnival date for Camillo and me. Amidst the chaos, we laughed, won games, and feasted on cotton candy. I even won him a huge stuffed animal.
Thanks! Elephants are my favorite animal.
I'm more of a grizzly bear girl, but elephants are pretty cool. Then, Camillo and I rode on an intense roller coaster in an odd moment of calm. Before the car sped off again, Camillo pulled out his camera and took a picture of me. What are you doing?
I want to capture this moment forever.
That was one of the most magical and romantic nights of my life. For her part, Moon convinced Quan to take me to his favorite spot, a haven he had never taken anyone to before. It was a dark and murky place. Quan led the way, nodding to some guys. All eyes were on me, so I tried my hardest to copy his attitude. Needless to say, I failed. Quan, we are too young to be here.
Relax, what is life without a little risk?
Right, but maybe this is a little too dangerous? Okay, I admit it, I was scared, but you would be too if you saw those people there. It looked like the whole cast of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Don't worry, Alice. I know the owner and most of the guys. They are cool.
Quan took my hand, and not only did I feel safer, but I was also ecstatic. The rest of the night turned out to be surprisingly amazing. Everybody was fun and welcoming. Quan revealed his secret technique to cheat in poker, and an energetic punk band put on a spectacular show. Hours later, we watched the sunrise on the hood of his car at the highest point of the city. Hey, okay, I hear you all yelling, pick a lane, girl. But come on, deciding between Camillo and Quan is like choosing between chocolate and vanilla when you love both. It's driving me nuts too. It was impossible. Like Camillo wrote and recited to me in an open reading the most beautiful poem I had ever heard. But then Quan got us the chance to play our first gig in the same place he took me. Clueless of what to do, I turned to the greatest source of wisdom I knew, my dad. Okay, yes, I was truly desperate. Dad, is it possible to be in love with two people at the same time? My dad took a deep breath before answering.
Alice, time has taught me not to put any limits on love. Love can be many different things. It constantly mutates, so maybe it is possible.
And what should I do? I can't date two people at the same time.
No, you have to be mature and thoughtful. Take care of your feelings, but also those of others.
But I don't know how to decide this.
If you are stuck in this situation, you might not be ready for love. Maybe the best thing to do now is to focus on yourself.
And it wasn't very helpful. Maybe my dad wasn't the fountain of wisdom I thought he was. Before you guys go off in the comments, I know this is like the best kind of problem any girl my age could have. For days, I ignored both Camillo and Quan, but finally, the day of the concert arrived. Surprisingly, I was pretty calm. Well, that was until I saw both Quan and Camillo in the audience. At that moment, all my fears surfaced and I completely panicked. I couldn't face it and locked myself in the dressing room's bathroom.
Alice, what are you doing?
We have to go on stage in 5 minutes. I can't do it. This is all too much pressure. After failing to convince me to go out, Moon and Luke took it out on each other. Why did you invite Camilo? This was Kwan's moment. He got us the gig.
And Camilo can't be here? He's really supportive of the band too.
Why are you doing this? What do you have against my brother?
He thinks he's a Yakuza or something like that.
And my brother is a great guy.
But he's not good enough for Alice.
And Camilo is? He's so pretentious. I was listening to their fight behind the bathroom door. It was like I had traveled back in time and they were my parents. I had to put an end to all this chaos. I gathered my strength and opened the door. Stop! This ends now. You can't be fighting over my love life. That doesn't make any sense.
But...
No buts. We were just trying to help you, like you helped us. I know, but it just doesn't feel right. I was wrong. Love should be spontaneous and free, not something we try to control and mold to fit our convenience. It's my life and I can make my choices. You're right.
We're sorry. I'm sorry, Moony Toony.
I am too, Lukey Doofy. That's really sweet. But for now, enough with the cheesy stuff. We've got a show to give. The room was silent and expectant when we got on stage. The air was tense, but we were ready. Hello, we are Cupid and his broken arrows. Are you ready to rock?
Let's do this!
1, 2, 3, 4. The show was incredible. To be up on stage playing our music was a life-changing moment. There, I felt everything. Electricity, adrenaline, nervousness, and fireworks. And I can proudly say that it was the first of many shows. As for the guys, I decided to follow the advice of my father, who, as always, was right. I wasn't ready for love, and I didn't want to risk hurting them. I took them aside individually and told them the truth. Luckily, they both understood, or at least I think they did. I decided that I should focus on my first love, music, and that would pay off big time.
Cupid! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Well, it's a good thing you are, because this is Cupid and his broken arrows!
Oh, hi guys. Yeah, as you can see, a lot has happened since the last time we chatted. Where were we? Oh yes, after our first show at that shabby place, Luke, Moon, and I promised to do everything we could to get to the top of the music world. First, we decided to go on tour. We rented an old van and set off on the road to our dreams. Well, at first, it was looking more like a nightmare than a dream. Not exactly the Four Seasons. Tell me there's no cockroaches. I can't sleep here if there are cockroaches. Of course not, Moon. Maybe just some 8-legged roommates. But I'm sure they're very friendly.
The top is mine!
Those first few weeks were challenging and scary, but Luke, Moon, and I stuck closer than ever. Sometimes literally. Relax, guys. Nothing bad ever happens to teenagers in horror movies, right? Initially, our gigs were confined to really small and quiet venues. Good night. We are Cupid and his broken arrows. Yeah, there were literally more crickets than people, but slowly, people caught wind of our shows. Our songs started popping up everywhere, and we gathered a group of loyal fans. It wasn't an overnight thing, but somehow we became kind of famous. However, the sudden fame had its downsides. The biggest downside of them all was him. That's Trevor, our manager. He discovered us when we were playing in a tiny, sleazy venue in Los Angeles.
Hello, kids. I'm gonna make you stars.
Talking about terror? Oh, I mean Trevor? See? It's like his name was meant for a crooked manager role. I'm just spitting straight facts here, guys.
Where do you dream of playing? Just name it.
In the forum?
That's a little too ambitious.
I'll make it happen. Sky's the limit for us.
Despite Moon and Luke's excitement, something didn't smell right to me, so I decided to keep an eye on Trevor. Follow that car! I always wanted to say that. I tailed him to the forum offices. Oh, tailed is what spies say when they follow someone. Too many spy novels, I guess. So, Trevor got out of his car, but returned as if he'd forgotten something. What could it be, you might ask? His briefcase? His parking permit? Maybe his wallet? Well, not exactly. A gun? Who brings a gun to a business meeting? It's like bringing a gun to a business meeting. I figured he was a little shady, but he was actually dangerous. After a while, he walked out of the meeting with a big smile and put his gun back in his suit. Oh my god! That night, after Trevor gave us the news that he got us a slot at the forum, I revealed what my fierce investigation had unmasked. It's over, Trevor. I saw your gun and how you used it to get us this concert. We can't be involved in something as dark as that.
Oh, you mean this?
Trevor pulled out his gun and pointed it directly at me. My life flashed before my eyes. Moon, Luke, and I screamed in terror as he pulled the trigger. To find out what happened next, join part 4 of the story. Now relax, I'm just kidding. Trevor fired, but all that came out of the gun was Water. Phew, that was a close call. Well, maybe not really. Are you crazy? Why are you carrying this with you?
For protection, in case, a small cat attacks me.
And why did you use it in the meeting?
Oh, that! Those guys never water their plants. They were so dry, poor things.
Maybe I had misjudged him.
Still, if you don't want to be involved in something as dark as me, I understand. Maybe it's for the best.
No, Trevor, please don't take this personally. Alice is just like that.
Excuse me? Yes, we really want to work with you.
Great then. Are you in, Alice?
Outvoted, I had no choice but to accept Trevor. His impact was soon felt. He devised everything for us, from trying on silly, smelly costumes, which I'm sure he had stolen from the thrift store to keep the extra money for himself, to making us do some bizarre and really embarrassing publicity stunts. Yet, while I hated to admit it, he did take us to the next level. He even got us a record deal. Maybe he isn't all that bad. He certainly wasn't the worst thing that came with fame. Paparazzi were a real headache.
Hey, Alice, aren't you dating someone? People want to know about your love life.
Oh, it's a full-blown love triangle. Me, my couch, and my Apple. I mean, iPhone. Seriously? Can it get any cringier? Well, I know what you must be thinking. What about Juan and Camilo? You guys are so predictable. Okay, after I told him I was not ready for love, our paths simply parted. Camilo moved to the big city to try his luck as a poet, and Juan went back to South Korea. I had accepted that love wasn't my thing, and I was fine with that. Really, I was. But it seems that not everybody was.
Alice, people are interested in you and your love life. We must give them something.
And before I could say anything, Trevor launched his enormous Find Alice a Boyfriend operation. When he was choosing from the pictures, from his looks, you'd think he was attempting to assemble an atomic bomb. I wish you people would stop meddling in my love life. You're one to talk.
Fair point.
Must I suffer all my life for that one time I played Cupid? Besides, you two are practically soulmates. I only intervened in the name of true love.
Maybe Trevor will find you your soulmate.
If he does, he deserves a Nobel Prize in matchmaking. Haha, very funny.
Bingo! We found our man. Get ready, Alice.
Trevor orchestrated a date with one of the buzziest actors in town. Naturally, he gave the paparazzi a heads up, turning the dinner into a spectacle that rivaled the Super Bowl coverage. I won't deny that he was good looking. The man could make any Greek god jealous, but he seemed to be already in a committed and very toxic relationship with his phone. It was like they were stuck in a never-ending staring contest. If a UFO landed on the table, he'd probably just assume it was dessert. So, tell me something about yourself.
I have 5 million followers.
Wow, I'd be concerned if that many people were following me. That's next level stalking.
Huh? Alice, when's the wedding?
This was beyond ridiculous. I needed a bulletproof escape plan. Something as sophisticated and brilliant as my mastermind can scheme. Hey, isn't that one of the Kardashians?
A Kardashian? Where?
I took advantage of the commotion to sneak out, but just as I was about to fulfill my genius escape, I bumped into a waiter sending his tray flying in the air. It landed on the head of my date. Oh my god, I'm so... Camilo? Is that you?
Alicia, hi. What are you doing here?
I was super surprised to see Camilo, but I had to move fast. I'm actually in the midst of an escape. Care to help me?
Absolutely.
Camilo wheeled over a waiter's cart covered with a tablecloth.
Your chariot awaits, Your Majesty.
I hopped in the cart, and Camilo carried me unnoticed out of the restaurant. After we were in the clear, we two went for a walk.
By the way, I must confess, I'm a massive fan.
Oh, thank you so much.
People don't believe me when I tell them we used to date.
Do you tell people that?
Well, I know we didn't exactly date, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just expressing my wishes out loud.
Are you flirting with me right now?
I am. Who knows when I'll cross paths again with another star, especially with one as strikingly beautiful as you.
He was going all in. I tried to play it cool. That's smooth, but I'm not gonna fall for it that easily. I did. I'm not the same girl I was a couple of years ago. I was. Besides, I know you have a way with words. He did.
You know what they say, nothing worthy is ever easy.
Of course. My inner fireworks were about to start a pyrotechnic show that could rival New Year's Eve. I know, guys. I'm too weak. The rest of the night, we walked around the city just talking. It was pretty magical. The next day, Trevor woke me up.
Alice, who the hell is this?
Trevor pointed out a couple of pictures of Camilo and me walking through the city last night. Damn paparazzi. They got me again. Just an old friend.
TV and social media are going nuts over these photos. Just read these headlines. Drummer ditches movie star for poet waiter. This is genius. I am a genius.
I was about to remind him that it wasn't his idea when he went off on a long rant about how Camilo and I needed to start dating for the sake of the band band. Well, I hated Trevor butting into my life like that. Dating Camilo didn't seem like a bad idea at all. For the sake of the band, of course. Over the next few weeks, Camilo and I became a thing, and Trevor's scheme worked like a charm. Strangely, every little thing we did became big news that the whole country should know. Look where we are now. Camilo's really turned things around for us. Yeah, but Camilo's writing is taking off too. It's a whole thing, though it felt strange to me. But we were too caught up in enjoying all the attention to bother about it.
Guys, you guys are breaking the internet right now. Any advice for your followers?
Just be great. Be as incredible as we are.
We know that's a pretty high bar. Yeah, I know. I wanted to pinch myself too. But dealing with fame was hard. Everyone wanted a piece of you. And soon, all this glitz and glamour also got between Moon, Luke, and me.
You're late again.
Sorry, loves. We play in Rochester in a few days. We need to rehearse. I'm here, aren't I? Try to relax a little bit, kid. Kid? We've done hundreds of shows. It's a walk in the park. It isn't just another show. It's our first home show since we left. Quan is even coming back from Korea with his new girlfriend for this. It has to be perfect. The mention of Quan and a girlfriend struck a chord with me. He had a girlfriend now? Who was she? Why didn't Moon tell me this earlier? Why wasn't he thinking of me? I was beyond angry. What the hell, Moon? Why are you throwing Quan and his girlfriend in my face?
She was not throwing...
This is clearly not about the show. Of course it is. What else would it be about? This is about you two being jealous of me and Camilo. This is about you not bearing to be under my shadow. Oh my god, you're completely delusional. Oh yeah? You two are completely... I couldn't think of a good enough adjective, so I simply stormed out. What I didn't realize was that Trevor was standing on the side, just watching the drama unfold.
Don't stress. You don't need anyone. I think you could even go solo.
What?
I mean, everybody knows you're the heart of the band. You're gonna do great things by yourself. I just know it.
Oh, shut up. I knew Trevor was trying to manipulate me, but he wasn't all wrong. The band thing was not working. We were always fighting, and I had Camilo. What was the point of continuing? Okay, let's do it. We decided it was best to keep it a secret until after the show in Rochester, which would be our last. I had fears, doubts, and a lot of anxiety, but Camilo managed to calm me down.
I'll be right there at your side.
Finally, the day of the show had arrived. My relationship with Luke and Moon was more strained than ever. To avoid them, I went to the side of the stage. The arena was packed. Everybody we knew was there. Luke's family, Moon's dad, even the goth girl was present. Wait, where's Dad? I tried to locate my father in the VIP and the crowd, but it was like finding Waldo. When even Camilo, who was supposed to bring Dad, didn't answer my calls, I started freaking out. Something felt really off. Soon after, Camilo called me from the hospital and told me there had been an accident. What? How?
I was late. Then I saw your dad's accident on the way, so I followed him to the hospital. But your dad is fine. He's resting now.
Why did nobody call me?
They said they called his emergency contact.
I'm on my way. I ran to the dressing room to grab my things. Guys, I have to go. My dad is in the hospital.
Your dad?
What happened? I explained everything, and despite our fight, Moon and Luke hugged me tightly.
Alice, I'll drive you.
Due to my shock, I hadn't noticed that Quan was there. He looked even more attractive than before. Quan, Snap out of it, girl. Let's go.
Whoa, Alice, stop. The show's about to start.
She needs to be at the hospital.
Family comes first, always. As she said that, I felt horrible. They were my family, and I was backstabbing them.
I don't care about your family. This is the most important show ever. We're gonna tape it for a movie. It's a farewell concert. Do you know how much money we're gonna lose?
After saying it, Trevor closed his mouth so tightly that his lips seemed to have magnets on them. Farewell concert?
Oh, it's not a big deal. Breakups sell well, and we'll have 3 products instead of 1.
Both Luke and Moon looked at me. If looks could kill, I'd be 6 feet under right now. Dad, oh my god, are you okay? What happened?
Oh, it's just a silly accident, but I'm okay.
I'm coming to see you.
What? All those people are there to see you. You're gonna play and rock that gig.
But...
No buts, Missy. Afterward, you can come see me. Not like I'm going anywhere. Rock it for your old man.
Okay, Dad. I love you.
You heard Dad, kids. Let's do it. It's showtime.
We went on stage, and the tension was crazy. I could feel Luke and Moon's hateful glares. It was as if Cyclops from the X-Men was looking at me without his glasses. The show was about to start, but I refused to be like those old dinosaur rock bands where everyone hated each other. So I did something I never did. I stepped up to the microphone. No, don't freak out. I'm not gonna sing. Hi, Rochester. I want to dedicate this show to my family, to my dad, who needs to stop riding his bike at night, and to my siblings, Luke and Moon. No one has taught me as much about love and friendship as you two have. I love you, and I'm sorry, guys. Luke and Moon smiled at me. Now that we got that out of the way, it's time to rock. Then the show finally started. and it was simply incredible. Luke, Moon, and I played like it was the first time in my garage. The show was, without a shadow of a doubt, our best. After that, we three reconciled in a big embrace. While they were still angry, at least now it didn't look like they were going to scheme to murder me. Shortly after, Trevor joined us. Oh, Trevor, just the man we were looking for.
What?
Should we share the honors, guys? At the count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
You are fired, kid.
Trevor tried to manipulate and scare us with threats, but when we were together, that didn't work. That's why he wanted to split the band. He knew he could control us if we were divided.
You're making a huge mistake. This is not over.
Can you close the door on your way out? Thanks! We went to see my dad, and apart from a few scratches and a large cast on his leg, he was fine. You'd think I now had everything, and you'd be right. I had my band and friends back, my dad was okay, and I had my boyfriend. It was finally time for my lived happily ever after moment. Well, that lasted for about 2 seconds. Literally, someone suddenly burst into the hospital room. Babe, are you all right? Mom? Babe, what are you doing? Alice. Well, I guess now I know who his emergency contact was. My mom looked at me smiling, but when she saw Camillo, her face completely transformed. Alice, get away from him. I was beyond confused. I looked at Camillo. His face revealed that he had something to confess. I imagine your faces right now are exactly like mine at that moment. Once again, fate had a curveball for me. But this is running too long. I know no one likes cliffhangers, but you know what they say, nothing worthy is ever easy. I come from a poor family where my single mom used to work in fields for rich people. And since I was the eldest daughter, I always tried to help her out. Except I was kinda slow and really clumsy. Honey, can you go pick up those baskets for me? Sure thing, Mom. Oh, ouch! I'd destroy more things than I'd fix. You're sick, Mom. You should rest. I'll feed the cattle for you today. Oh no, wait, Summer, no, shh. You can thank me later. But as soon as I went near the animals, I stepped on a cow's tail and sent them all running around in panic. Just then, my BFF Jackson showed up, laughing like crazy.
I guess that adds to another of your achievements this week, Summer.
Shut up and help me. Jackson's family had lived next to us for years, and we'd grown up really close. And since he was a freaking genius, he'd help me study while I just tried to sleep my way out of it. At school, all the girls drooled over him and came to me to put in a good word for them. Can you give these chocolates to Jackson and ask him to come to our party?
Nah, I got a test. You can eat them all.
Really? The girls would hate me for being his favorite. And likewise, I adored him too. He was really hardworking and had part-time jobs to support his mom, who was sick most of the time. One day, I went over to check on his mom, and he was surprised when he came home.
Summer, what are you doing here?
I knew you'd be working late shifts, so I thought I'd help out.
I am so lucky to have you in my life. I love you.
Suddenly, my eyes went all wide.
What, you don't like me?
Oh, no! I mean, yes, I like you a lot, but I thought you were too perfect and wouldn't like someone like me.
You're the most beautiful person, both inside and out. Summer, I don't just like you, dummy. I love you.
After that, Jackson and I started dating, and it was really fun. But over time, things started to get tough. Jackson's mom got sicker, and he became super stressed and started working more part-time jobs. He'd be so busy that I'd barely get to see him. So one day, I decided to stop by at the ranch where he worked. But when I got there, I saw Jackson's clothes were all muddy, and a bunch of kids our age were messing with him. How dare you touch me, you filthy rat?
I didn't touch you on purpose. I was just trying to save you from falling.
But suddenly, the girl slapped Jackson hard across his face, and I just couldn't watch him being humiliated like that. You jerks, leave him alone! I jumped over the fence to save him, but I ended up landing in a puddle. Ugh. The other kids started laughing, and Jackson pulled me away quickly. But the next day, Jackson came to my place with the most extraordinary request.
Summer, if I asked you, would you date the guy I work for?
What? You want me to be someone else's girlfriend?
No, I just want you to pretend.
Why would you ask me to do that? And do you mean one of those jerks who was bullying you?
Just hear me out. He asked me if I could get him a fake girlfriend in exchange for a lot of money.
Summer, you know I'd never even think of such a thing if I didn't really need it.
Mom needs that surgery soon.
So, you'll put me up for sale?
No, don't say it like that. It's just like any job. It doesn't mean anything more. Please, help me.
I knew his need was genuine, but this was insane. and I refused. The next few days, Jackson kept texting me to apologize, but I didn't want to talk to him. Until one day I came home and Mom told me that Jackson's mom had been admitted to the hospital. I went there as fast as I could, and it broke my heart to see how defeated Jackson looked. And I decided to go along with the fake dating plan. I was gonna get him that money, and maybe even teach those jerk kids a lesson. When I told him I'd do it, Jackson was shocked.
Are you sure, Summer?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can't thank you enough. You're the best.
The next day, I went to see that guy Aiden at his ranch.
Interesting. Aren't you Jackson's girlfriend who tried to save him that day? That was brave of you, although you looked pretty stupid. Also, you don't find it weird that he has no problem with you dating another guy?
What? No, Jackson and I are just friends.
Wow, you're one amazing friend. So you're single then?
Yeah, but don't get any ideas. I'm only here to be your fake girlfriend. And as far as you're concerned, I'm like, yay. I see you and I feel nothing. In fact, I look at you and I want to puke. Yuck.
Oh, really? How are you going to be a convincing fake girlfriend for me then?
'Cause I'm a top-class actress and I've played major roles in school plays. I played Juliet once, and in the end, I laid so still, some people actually thought I'd died. Pretending to be your girlfriend will be a piece of cake. Why do you need one, though? Is it hard to find someone to actually like you?
None of your business, girl. And I might regret this deeply, but you're hired.
He told me he was going to enroll me into his school, and we had to make everyone believe that we were super in love. But I wasn't going to make this easy for him, especially after the way he and that girl had treated Jackson. I was going to be the most annoying girlfriend ever. On the first day, I put on a hideous outfit to embarrass him.
God, who is that clown with you, Aiden?
What is she even wearing? Ew, she smells like cattle. But my plan failed because Aiden shut everyone up and told them I was his girlfriend, with pride. Just then, the same girl who slapped Jackson at the ranch came catwalking towards us. You must be crazy, brother. I mean, just look at her. Our maids dress better. Turns out that witch was Aiden's stepsister, Meg.
It is what it is, and you gotta deal with it, Meg.
But later that day, as we were heading home, Aiden warned me.
Look, take my credit card and get yourself some decent clothes. This is very important to me, so don't joke around. People have to believe you're my girlfriend, so you need to look and act the part.
I nodded and smiled sweetly, but I wasn't gonna stop so easily. The next day during lunch, all eyes were on us, so I filled my tray to the top with food.
Seriously? What's wrong with you?
A girl's gotta eat, man. I have a healthy appetite. I kissed him on the cheek and danced back to our table. I ate like a pig and let out the loudest burp. It was so funny to see Aiden act like this didn't bother him. But just then, a skinny guy with glasses walked up to our table and asked Aiden's friend for some money he owed him for doing his assignment.
You want money? Here you go.
And he threw some of his loose change at the poor guy's face. I suddenly lost my temper and flung my orange juice at him.
What the heck? Aiden controlled this ill-mannered girl you got from some jungle.
Aiden suddenly leapt up and grabbed that guy's collar, but the rest of them quickly separated them and the jerk stormed off fuming. But then Aiden pulled me away angrily. Ah, stop! What are you doing?
What is wrong with you, huh? Why are you acting like this? Those people are my friends.
They're jerks, and so are you. But I already knew that. And I hate rich, entitled brats like you. And I hate poverty. And I hate that I have to pretend to be your girlfriend and—
Oh, shut up. I don't care about your whole poverty speech. You agreed to do a job, and whether you like it or not, you'll act like my girlfriend who's dying to make me happy. And I know you're doing this because your friend's mom is sick, and the treatment is super expensive. It's nothing he can afford, even if he works his butt off for the next 5 to 6 years. You better behave or I'll fire you.
Gosh, I hated him even more now. I even stayed late at school so I could avoid going back with that jerk. But then Meg and her friends caught me and locked me up in the janitor's closet. Hey, open up! I kept banging on the door for a while, but it was no use. I tried calling Jackson and left him some messages, but he wouldn't reply. And then suddenly, the door flew open, and I was so startled that I lost my balance and fell to the ground, hurting my ankle. Ouch!
Are you okay?
Aiden lifted me up in his arms and took me to his car. How did you find me?
I heard my sister talking on the phone with her friends, and I ran here immediately. Also, I'm sorry.
What?
It's because of me that they're treating you like this. Also, I'm sorry about what I said to you earlier. I acted like a jerk. It's just that my life will fall apart if this plan doesn't work. What do you mean? My dad wants me to get engaged to his business partner's daughter, but I don't want to do that. I want to become a musician and be with someone I love, not be part of some business deal. So I lied, and I told him I already love someone else. But now he wants to meet that person. That's why I hired you. I could tell that he was having a really hard time, and I decided not to make things worse for him anymore and play my part properly. Later, when we reached home, Aiden even dropped me to the doorstep in his arms. But as I limped in, I saw Jackson waiting for me. What do you think you're doing, Summer? You're supposed to pretend and not actually jump into his arms like his girlfriend. Huh? I hurt my ankle and he just helped me. You could have just walked. What? I'm doing all of this because of you in the first place, and you're being so... Okay. Don't get mad at me, please. It's just that I love you and I got kind of jealous, and I'm sorry, okay? It felt kind of weird, but I could understand his jealousy. And now, I just wanted to get this job done as soon as possible. My weird and clumsy habits would come in my way often, but Aiden didn't make me feel bad about it. And I discovered that he was actually a nice and kind person. Once when he was dropping me off at home, he suddenly dialed someone's number and wished them a happy birthday, warmly. That was my old nanny. I adored her when I was a kid, and we've stayed in touch. That was actually really sweet. I couldn't remember the last time I'd even called my favorite aunt on her birthday. And it was things like this that made me warm up to him, and we slowly became good friends. A few days later, it was my birthday, but Aiden told me he had a party at his place and wanted to introduce me to his parents. When he picked me up that evening, I saw him in a suit looking so handsome. Whoa, you look so pretty. You don't have to pretend. No one's watching us here, Aiden. Suddenly, I lost my balance, but thankfully, Aiden caught me in his arms. For seconds, he kept staring into my eyes, and my heart raced like crazy. It's a shame we aren't dating for real. Somehow, I pulled myself back up and stomped on his feet. I would never have dated you for real. You're not my type. Later at the party, Aiden was about to introduce me to his parents, but on the way, Meg stepped on my dress and I ended up crashing into the party cake, which went flying into Aiden's parents' face. Holy freaking cake monsters! It was such a disaster and I just ran out of there. But on my way out, I crashed into Jackson. I hadn't seen him in days. Jack, what are you doing here? And where have you been lately? I came to work here for the night so I could make some extra cash. And I've been busy, but I'm surprised you even noticed or cared. Why wouldn't I? You're my boyfriend. And do you know what day it is today? Yeah, Saturday. Now if you'll excuse me, I got work to do. And you should go and be with Aiden. Saying that, he just left without even wishing me a happy birthday. I was sitting outside by myself when Aiden joined me. Are you okay? I'm sorry about what happened back there. No, don't be. It wasn't your fault. So, what now? Are your parents gonna be mad at you? Did I ruin things for you? Hey, take it easy. Why are you always so worried about everyone but yourself? Here, let me get that. He had some napkins and wiped some cake off my shoes. As he was doing that, I couldn't help staring at him. Suddenly, he looked up and started leaning closer to kiss me. My heart was pounding wildly, but I pulled myself back just in time and ran out of there. What just happened? The entire night, I kept thinking about Aiden. I was definitely catching feelings for him, and I felt guilty. I decided I couldn't go on with this deal, and I had to talk to Jackson about it. But then early the next morning, I received a message from Aiden calling me at his place. When I got there, I didn't see Aiden, but his parents and Meg were there, and so was Jackson. Look who's here. The famous gold digger who's trying to rip my brother off. I have no idea what you're talking about. Your brother and I love each other. Oh, really? Then who is this? Meg told us she heard you calling him your boyfriend last night. So, you've just been playing with my son's heart because he's rich? That's why rich people like us can't trust you filthy lowlives. You're all liars and frauds. I looked at Jackson, but he just stood there. But Aiden suddenly appeared and stepped in front of me. Leave her alone. I told you, I love her, Meg, and if you hurt her again, it's not gonna end well for you. Then it's not going to end well for you either, son. If you're gonna be with this girl, you can just leave with her as well. I already felt so humiliated, and I didn't want Aiden to get in any more trouble. So I ran out of there, and Jackson followed me. I'm really sorry, Summer. but it would have messed up our plan if I'd jumped in to save Aiden's girlfriend. Jackson, I think the plan is already over. Aiden's family won't accept me as his girlfriend now. But Summer, you still asked Aiden to pay for you, right? This can't have been all a waste. I failed at the job, and I don't want to ask him for the money. I was going to talk to you about ending the deal anyway. Why? 'Cause Aiden kissed you last night? What? I actually left before he could kiss me. But you thought we kissed? And you still didn't want to break the deal? Do you even care about me? Of course I care about you, Summer. You think it's been easy for me to see my girlfriend with him? But you know how desperately we need the money. Not me, you. It's you who's lost his mind over the money. It's like I don't even know who you are anymore, Jackson. Just leave me alone. We're done. Because you fell in love with Mr. Fancy Rich Pants, right? Because I'm not good enough for you anymore, right? Jackson, just stop. No, I won't. In fact, let's see if you still love me or not. He tried to kiss me, and just as I was about to slap him, Aiden pulled him back and punched him hard. You piece of garbage. Step away right now if you ever want to see a penny of that money. Jackson stood there looking furious for a minute, then walked away. I couldn't believe him. So, Jackson is your boyfriend. So what? It shouldn't matter to you anyway. It matters to me, Summer. You deserve so much better than this jerk who didn't even hesitate to sell off his girlfriend. I knew he was right, but I was too embarrassed to accept that in front of him. The next few days, Aiden kept calling me and I didn't answer. Jackson didn't even bother. Made sure he'd gotten his money. And then soon after, I left for college, cutting contacts with everyone. But only a few months later, I was walking down my college campus when I heard a familiar voice. You look great, Summer. Aiden, what are you doing here? I came to look for you. But why? Because I want to be with you. I was always under so much pressure from my family, but after you left, I left home too. Somehow, you've made me stronger. I chased my dreams and started my own music band, but there was still something missing. You. What? I fell in love with you really quickly, Summer. But whenever I'd say anything, you'd think I was pretending. And after you left, I realized I was such a fool not to tell you earlier. So tell me you don't hate me, at least. I don't, but you'll have to take it slow, because this time, I want it to be real too. I promise. You see this mess? It's all my fault. Even though this may look like an action movie, this is actually a love story. When I was 15, me and my mom went on vacation. I basically didn't say a word the whole time. I had just gotten braces and I felt so ugly. Come on, honey. Just try to enjoy your vacation. How can I? I look like I just ate a fence. But you need your braces. I know I do. That's why I told you I didn't want to leave the house all summer. Yeah, I was a bit of a brat. But can you blame me? I was a moody 15-year-old girl and my smile looked like a meat grinder. I stayed in the vacation house all day and would only go out at night to take walks by the beach. One night, I was walking and I saw someone in front of me. It was a boy. I couldn't really tell what he looked like because we were both in the shadows. The moon was the only light we could see. Can't sleep either? Something like that. Actually, that's not why I'm out here. I don't want people to see me during the day because I have braces and I look horrible. You have braces too? Yeah, do you? Yeah, I look like I ate a can of tuna fish. Well, your shadow's pretty. We hung out for a while and talked about how we both loved musicals and theater. He was funny and I made him laugh a lot too. He told me his name was Kyle. The next night, I went out and I saw him again. We kept meeting up in the darkness every night. And then, on our last night there, the sun's coming up soon. We should go. What if we stayed and waited for the light? I don't care if you have braces. I already think you're beautiful. So we sat there and waited for the sun. And when it rose, I finally saw him and he saw me. He was the cutest boy I ever saw, especially because of the braces. He leaned in to kiss me, but his mom called him, and then my mom called me. It was time to go. Promise me something. Never hide yourself in the dark again, okay? Okay. I watched him go. His words stuck with me, and from then on, I started auditioning for shows and didn't mind my braces. Pretty soon, I was the most famous dancer in my whole town. Kyle and I talked online for a while, but I got busy doing plays and eventually we lost touch. I never thought I would see him again. And then, a few years later, on the opening night of the play at my community theater, everything changed. I had a slow dance solo in a sad scene, but I was really nervous because at all of our rehearsals, the boy who was working the spotlight could never keep up with my dancing. I danced, and to my surprise,
I didn't slip out of the light at all, not even for a second. It was like I was dancing in starlight. Everyone stood up and cheered when I was done. It was exactly what I'd been dreaming of all my life. After the play, I ran upstairs to thank the boy for doing such a great job. Steve, that was amazing.
Thanks. Steve got sick, so I filled in.
Oh, hi. I'm Abigail.
Everybody knows who you are. I guess you don't recognize me without the braces.
Wait, Kyle? What are you doing here?
We moved a few months ago. I didn't know you were here either.
Steve couldn't keep up with me on the spotlight. How did you know where I was going at every step?
I didn't, but I figured you've been in the dark long enough.
Oh, good thing we both got our teeth fixed.
I'm just glad you couldn't see me. I've never cried at a play before.
You cried? I don't believe you.
Look for yourself.
Liar.
I guess they tried. Let me make it up to you. How about a celebration dinner?
My family's here, but tomorrow's good. The next 24 hours were the longest of my life. All day I tried on different outfits and experiments with makeup. The truth was, even though we lost touch, I never forgot him and never felt that way with anyone else. I rushed outside when he called. What I wasn't expecting was that he had a motorcycle.
Wow, you didn't even bother to dress up?
Excuse me, do you know how long—
I'm kidding. You look beautiful.
Yeah, I do. And don't you forget it. And you better have something good planned. I'm expecting a real effort and will accept nothing less.
I was planning on going to the Taco Bell drive-thru. Is that good?
You better be kidding.
0 points for the joke, but you have to admit, I have good taste. Ow! Don't worry, I have something planned. Not Taco Bell, promise.
We rode his bike and I felt just like I did when I was dancing, totally free. It was like no time had passed at all, like we had known each other forever. He actually took me to this amazing new restaurant, paid before the check even got there, and took me to the beach after where we got ice cream and went for a long walk. I didn't want to show it, but I was already falling for him. With Kyle, it was just comfortable. We almost kissed when he was dropping me off, but I could tell he didn't want to pressure me and I didn't want to move too fast. So we shook hands. A little awkward, but kind of funny too. Needless to say, that night, he was all I could think of. If I knew how messy things were gonna get, I might have ended things right then. I'm freaking out. This job would make me totally independent. I could finally save enough to get my own place and not have to live with my stepdad anymore. That's great. Why are you so scared? My last job interview, I froze. I'm terrible at interviews. I get so anxious.
So, why do you want to work at our store? Are you serious right now? Sorry, we don't accept that kind of attitude here at our big fancy clothing store. You're fired.
After a while, he finally took it seriously, and we actually did a little mock interview. It went well, but he was still totally freaked out. You're doing great. Relax, just be yourself.
I really appreciate the help. I feel much better already, but the interview's not the only reason I'm nervous. There's something I have to tell you. I don't just want this job, I need it. It's part of my probation.
Probation? Like, you got arrested?
Yeah. If I can't keep a job, I could go to jail. They arrested me for reckless driving, but it wasn't my fault. My sister called me and she was having an asthma attack, so I had to drive her inhaler to her. The police were behind me, but I didn't stop. The judge gave me a break because I helped my sister, but he said if I get into any more trouble, I could go to jail.
I'm so sorry, but I'm sure you'll get the job, especially since you have all these interviewing skills now. And you know, I have asthma too, so I thank you for your service. We need people like you. Just then, my phone rang. It was my theater director. She said if he saw me dancing at our next show, I'd have a real chance of being hired on Broadway. It was my dream. And the next day, Kyle told me the interview went great and he got the job. Everything was perfect. All I had to do now was nail the performance and dance my heart out. But then, on the day of our next show, I was stretching at home trying to stay calm when Kyle called me in a panic.
Abby, I need your help. Yesterday, my boss sent me to deposit the store's money in the bank 5 minutes before they closed. I didn't make it on time, so I kept it under my bed to do it today, but now he's asking me to stay late and the bank closes early. Can't you just tell him that? They won't suspect you if you still have the money. My boss is already suspicious of me. He knows about the probation. If he knows I took it home, he'll think I wanted to take it. Please, Abby. I would have to run, but I still had time before my show, and I knew how much trouble he could get into if they suspected him of a crime, so I said yes. I never ran so fast in my life. When I got to Kyle's house, no one was home and the doors and windows were locked. Time was ticking. I knew the banks closed at 3. That only gave me 20 minutes. Then I saw the attic window was open. So I started climbing. Oh no. Come on, Abigail. Use those strong dancing legs of yours. Finally, I got in. I went to his room, grabbed the envelope from under the bed, and dashed back out. Everything went blank for a moment. Then the world came back into focus, and I saw that I had run into a boy who was staring at the envelope. It got ripped, and he could see the money inside. I grabbed it before he had a chance to do anything and kept running. I saw the bank. Finally, it was right there. I had made it with 2 minutes to spare. Miss Abigail.
Oh my, it's really you. I couldn't believe it. I had only seen him on TV before. I was totally starstruck for a second.
I'm coming to your show tonight. I can't wait to see you. We have an opening for our next show. We need someone just your age, as long as you can dance, of course.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I can't talk right now. I have to run. I'll explain later. I'm sorry. I was in too much of a rush to think about the fact that I had just very rudely turned my back on the guy who could give me my dream life. Oh no, what was I gonna do? When in doubt, just tell the truth. I could just say it was my fault. What a jerk! I ran after him, but he was too fast on the scooter. By the time I turned the corner, he was gone. Oh no, now Kyle was really in trouble. I couldn't move. I didn't know what to do. How could I explain this? No one would believe me. At the store, I told Kyle everything. When he saw his boss, he told me to hide behind the rack of clothes. But I can explain.
He won't believe you, and you'll be involved.
He pulled the rack in front of me as his boss rushed up to him.
The bank says they didn't get the money, Kyle. Where is it? I'm sorry. It was my responsibility. The money was stolen. Thief! I knew this would happen. They told me you were on parole, but I wanted to give you a chance. Now, I'm calling the police. I'm sorry, Abigail. I'll have to miss your show.
He rushed to the motorcycle. I couldn't believe it. He was gonna run?
I know it seems crazy, but without the money or any evidence, they'll think I took it. There's no option for me now.
But I was totally lost, confused, and so upset with myself. There had to be a way to fix it, but I couldn't even think about that now because it was time for the biggest performance of my life. The producer was right there in the front row, watching, and he didn't look too happy. I had been so rude to him. All I could do now was rely on my dancing skills to get me through, except Steve was on the spotlight, and I was still out of breath from running and so upset that Kyle was in trouble with the police. When my solo came, I was so upset I fell on stage and cried in front of everyone. I ran off, and the show was canceled for the night. As I was walking home, totally crushed, I decided to only focus on what I could control. The show was over, but I could still help Kyle. I would tell his boss it was me who had stolen the money. Of course, I would get in trouble, but not as much as Kyle. This is where we began. The big mess I had made. He looked at me as he passed. I wanted to stop the police, but they were too fast. But I knew the park next to me would take me right to where they were going. If I could run across, I could catch them and stop the police to tell them it was me. Once again, I was running. Only this time, I didn't have my inhaler. I forgot I had left it in my dressing room when I ran out crying. As I cut through the park, I couldn't breathe. I saw Kyle's bike on the other side. He saw me too, but before I knew it, I was fainted on the muddy ground. When I woke up, I was in his arms. He had stopped to help and the police cars were rushing towards us. I was in the hospital for a day. My mom told me that Kyle was arrested, but I knew he would have to see the judge before they really made any decision. I asked her when it was, and she said today. I made her drive me to court as soon as the doctor said it was okay. I rushed inside. Stop! It was me. I lost the money. Kyle didn't do anything wrong, I promise. Even though the judge believed me, he still said we were to blame. And Kyle ran from the police, so if he was going to be released, we needed to pay back the money to the store. I started working at the theater, and Kyle also had to go back to his job. We both made no money because we had to give it all away and were too exhausted to even hang out. It was the perfect punishment for me since I could barely see him and had to watch other people perform while I cleaned and took people's tickets. Of course, anytime I did have a free moment, I danced.
Hey, hero, you have a second?
He had come to surprise me at work. He took me to the auditorium where everything had been decorated for what looked like a big party. What's going on?
Well, I figured you have to pay the money back, but that doesn't mean it's gotta be a punishment. Why not have some fun? I talked to your boss, and we're throwing a fundraiser for us to get the rest of the money. And the best part, you're the star of the show.
This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Sorry I ruined your chances of going to Broadway.
It doesn't matter if I only dance here and not on a big stage. As long as I have you, I can dance anywhere. He held me in his light again. This time, I knew I wouldn't get lost in the dark. I sat in the audience for the 1000th time watching my annoying sister Mara's talk show. I was just about to fall asleep when suddenly a spotlight shone on me.
There she is, my twin sister Brooke. Come help us play the game, sis.
Wait, what? Before I could say a word, the audience started chanting my name and my parents nodded at me encouragingly. Mara was waiting on stage with her guest star, who was some famous model. So, Brookie, you and Iris are gonna play the card game War, and whoever wins breaks an egg on the other's head. Can I jump off a building first?
Always such a little party pooper.
I played the dumb card game until I won, so I cracked an egg on Iris's head before turning to go off stage.
Ow! You just hit me in the head with an egg.
That was the goal of the game, genius.
Well, you did it way too hard. Ow!
The next day, my accidental egg assault was all over YouTube and social media. Sister of talk show host Mara gets violent with popular model Iris. So melodramatic. My life wasn't always like this. I'd never asked to live in the public eye. All of this started when my bimbo sister got her own show a year ago and became a child millionaire. Then here I was, just trying to get through high school without punching or kicking walls. Everyone at school brought up the stupid talk show incident.
Look, it's Mara's extra crazy sister Brooke. Should we refer to her as the egg beater?
I can beat an egg over your head, but don't worry, I'll avoid smashing your new nose.
You're always such a witch. This is why nobody at school likes you.
She was so cute for thinking that I cared. Anyway, around lunchtime, I headed to the bathroom when suddenly I jumped. One of the most popular guys in school, Lance, was right behind me, smirking. He was a part of a clique of 4 other heartthrobs who all looked like Wattpad princes.
You are looking lovely today, princess.
You just followed me into the girls' bathroom.
I wanted to ask you out on a date.
You've never even made eye contact with me before.
I used to think you were just Mara's mean loser sister, but when I saw what you did on TV, I practically fell in love with you, babe. I've always wanted a girl with that kind of fire, so I'll pick you up tonight at 8.
I didn't answer. I just pushed Lance away from my face and towards the toilet bowl.
He landed head first, and I couldn't help laughing.
Except later that day, I noticed the rest of Lance's dreamy friends kept staring at me with that same smirk on their faces. In fact, all 5 of them slipped envelopes into my locker asking me on a date. This had to be some kind of joke. I decided to ask Mara about it, since she was the school queen bee and full of gossip. But surprisingly, Mara didn't know anything. Then later that night, she gave me some crazy news. She'd invited all 5 of those guys to come onto her talk show, where she'd set up a competition over who could win a date with me, without even asking me. So what if they're just hitting on you for a joke or a bet? It'll be so much fun. You've never been on any kind of date, and you're in the 12th grade. Please. I finally gave in, but I knew those boys were up to something, and if they were gonna mess with me, I was gonna mess with them too. On the night of the show, I sat center stage behind a table while the 5 idiot heartthrobs lined up behind a rope. Each of them had 30 seconds to impress me.
After you pushed me into the toilet, I went and bought you flowers. I also have chapstick to put on before kissing you for our date.
Too bad your breath smells like a sewage drain. Next!
If you were my girlfriend, I'd take you to a restaurant right on the ocean and buy a giant ice cream sundae with
ice cream makes me puke.
So, I used to be an underwear model, but then
I'm embarrassed for you.
I had this flown over from Japan?
No! By the time the 5th guy, Zeke, came over, I was already exhausted. Then I noticed he was holding a guitar. Oh my god.
Brookie, oh Brookie, honey, my heart is yours. Yeah, Brookie, oh Brookie, Brookie, my sassy princess I adore.
The audience went wild, and I wanted to cringe. But for some reason, I found myself smiling. So when it was time to choose the guy I'd go on a date with, I chose Guitar Boy Zeke. I just had to remember that he probably didn't really like me, and if he was planning on humiliating me, I had to beat him at his own game. So when I met Zeke for our picnic date, I came wearing my mom's wedding dress.
what's that you're wearing?
A wedding dress. That way, we can imagine what it'll be like when we get married one day. Ever since the talk show, I've fallen head over heels for you. And after that song you sang for me, I know now that you feel the same way.
I'd hoped the guy would run scared and crying,
But instead, he laughed.
I must have really won you over with that song I played you.
I'm not done with you yet, Prince Charming. During our picnic, I sat on his lap and made him feed me every bite of food and hold the water cup up to my lips. And when he turned to get a napkin, I started fake crying hysterically. We were staring into each other's eyes, but you looked away. Is it because my eyes are ugly? Or are you breaking up with me? I have nothing else to live for now.
You are so extra. I know what'll cheer you up. Let's have a romantic dance.
Wait, what? Before I could say a word, Zeke turned on classical music and pulled me up to dance. He started spinning and twirling me around and even threw me in the air. God, he was crazy. Later on, Zeke drove me home, but he said he needed to stop at his house first for something. I decided then I'd confront him. Look, I know you're either dating me because you bet your friends money or you guys want to humiliate me as a joke. Either way, I'm just telling you, I didn't fall for it.
I told those guys you'd be too smart to trick. It was Lance's idea to bet money on which one of us can win you over. I never wanted to do it, but I couldn't tell Lance that, because whatever Lance wants, Lance gets.
Zeke then told me his dad and Lance's dad were friends, and because Lance's family was rich, his dad was going to pay for a music college Zeke got into. Therefore, he could never afford to ever piss off Lance.
And don't tell Lance I said any of this. Please, just let me tell him you fell for me and you asked me to be your boyfriend. I really want to go to music school. Come on, you don't care what anyone thinks, and you're already unpopular and barely have any friends, and no offense.
How little self-respect did this guy think I had? I wanted to give him a good slap in the face, but just then, Zeke stopped by this really run-down trailer next to a pile of garbage.
Okay, we're here. My dad's sick, so I have to check on him every few hours.
Holy crud, this is where he lived? This place was a single room, and Zeke's dad was in a bed with an oxygen tank. I guessed with his dad's medical bills, he'd never have enough money to even think about music school. So I decided to let Zeke tell Lance he was gonna keep dating me for a bet. The next day at school, I saw Lance and the other 3 heartthrobs looking at me and snickering to themselves. Even other kids seemed to be onto the bet, but I could live through it. I was doing a good deed by humiliating myself. Plus, Zeke was fun to be around, and I didn't mind having him as my fake boyfriend. One night, I decided to invite him to a celebrity party Mara and I were attending. I even bought him a suit and tie, and secretly, I thought he looked super handsome. At one point, I was walking by the entrance when suddenly I saw Zeke standing with Lance and his friends, and Zeke was saying he had to go. What do you mean? This is a huge exclusive party that I invited you to.
Listen, cranky face, I came to pick up your boyfriend for some last-minute plans. Surely you two can reschedule.
With that, Zeke took off with the boys, and for some reason, I felt really angry about it. Just then, Mara came over to ask if I was okay, and I ended up telling her everything. Look, I know you feel bad for Zeke because of his home situation, but you don't have to sell your dignity for charity. If you think he doesn't genuinely care about you, just dump his sorry butt in front of everyone tomorrow. Or I can talk tomorrow in school, like an actual mature person. But I know maturity is kind of a foreign concept to you and the other kids at school. Okay, listen, sis, you've never had any real friend or boyfriend before, and I'm at the top of our school's social ladder. I know how to deal with these things. I can handle this myself, thanks. Just because I don't date a different guy each week doesn't mean I need boy advice from you. So on Monday at school, I headed to the bleachers at lunch where I knew Zeke practiced guitar, except he spotted me first and immediately came over to hug me.
I am so sorry about what happened at the party. Lance decided at the last minute that he wanted to have a betting party. Kids at school are betting on how I'm gonna break your heart and everything. I realize this may be going too far.
It's going way too far. I tried to do a nice thing for you, but you're totally taking advantage of me. Also, how long are you gonna be Lance's slave for? Can't you get a scholarship to the school or something?
No, I'm not talented enough. It's cool. I'll tell Lance the truth and stand up to him. I'll just find something other than music that makes me happy.
Zeke turned to walk away, but I just couldn't let him give up his friends, his reputation, and his dreams. So I told Zeke I'd help him apply for a scholarship because even though though he didn't believe in himself, I knew he was talented enough to get one. And 2 weeks later, he got accepted.
You just made my dreams come true. Brooke, no one has ever believed in me like that before. You're amazing.
Zeke suddenly picked me up and spun me around, which made me feel butterflies. After that, Zeke and I became really close and started hanging out all the time. I helped him take care of his dad, and he helped me make some friends at school. Except there were a couple of issues. One, I started to develop real romantic feelings for Zeke. And two, was Zeke still hadn't told Lance the truth, even though it was part of our agreement. So finally, Zeke decided to confront Lance one day after school as I hid behind a tree to listen in.
Look, man, I told Brooke about the bet. It's not right the way we're manipulating her. Plus, I've been hanging out with her, and I think I want to date her for real. You know, she helped me get a scholarship to the music school you were going to pay for. Now, you don't have to. Are you kidding me? What am I going to tell all the kids who've been giving us money, betting the different ways you can dump her? You're one of us, Zeke, and she's an unpopular loser. It'll make the whole squad look bad. If you date her, then you're dead to us. Fine then. You guys are jerks anyway. I'm gonna get myself an awesome girlfriend.
I held my breath as I watched Zeke ditch his friends for me. And just like that, Zeke and I became an item. He held my hand, kissed me in public at school, and didn't even seem to care that he'd lost all his friends and popularity. Everything seemed to be going well, at least for a couple of weeks. Then one weekend, I went away with my family for a camping trip with no Wi-Fi or cell reception. But when I arrived back at school on Monday, something horrible happened. I was sitting in the cafeteria when suddenly Zeke stood up on one of the tables with a microphone and speakers.
Can I have everyone's attention? I have something to say to my girlfriend, Brooke. I'm sorry, babe, but I just can't date you anymore. I've realized that I don't want to be with a stuck-up sourpuss who's way below my league. It's also really lame that you've never dated anyone before. So for all of you out there who bet money how I'd dump Brooke, the ones who selected public humiliation win.
I stood with shock as I watched a bunch of kids run over to Zeke, Lance, and the other guys with cash. None of this made any sense. Had it just all been a setup? I ran out of the room and into the hallway to collect myself when I saw Zeke behind me.
Brooke, I am so sorry I had to do that, but I had a good reason.
What good reason could you possibly have for humiliating me like that?
Please, just listen to me. My dad had to have an emergency medical procedure over the weekend that I couldn't pay for, and since there was no way to reach you, I had to ask Lance for help. He said he'd only pay for it on the condition that I publicly dump you. I'm so sorry. I still want to be with you though. It just might have to be in secret.
You know what? No, I don't care what your reasons are. I am so freaking sick of all of your excuses to manipulate and humiliate me. We're done, Zeke. That night, I refused to let myself cry. Zeke didn't deserve my tears. I didn't need any cowardly idiots in my life anyway. The next afternoon, I was studying in the library when I decided to take a break for some coffee and MSA videos. But while I was relaxing, Lance suddenly sat down next to me.
Ooh, MSA. I watch them on TikTok all the time. Let me help you pick an episode.
If you come anywhere near me or my computer, I'll squeeze your head until your brain pops out. Oh wait, I forgot, you don't have a brain. Probably why you watch MSA on TikTok instead of YouTube. You know, YouTube, the site for smart people.
Wow, Zeke must really regret dumping you.
Yeah, about that. I know it was you who forced Zeke to break up with me. Why do you have to go around messing with his life and mine? The way you and your friends bet on me and tried to break my heart for fun? How sick do you have to be to want to do something like that?
Maybe some people just enjoy messing with other people's lives. You should ask your sister. After all, the whole betting game was her idea.
Lance got up and left, leaving me very confused. What did he mean by that? He was probably just messing with me, but I still asked Mara about it, and she got really quiet. Okay, it's true that it was my idea, but let me explain. I just felt bad because our whole lives, you've lived in my shadow. I have everything. Fame, popularity, friends, and you didn't get any of that. So I wanted to find you a cute boyfriend to make you happy. Except none of the guys at school wanted to date you. The only ones who were willing to were Lance and his friends, if they could make money off of it. But I had hoped one of them would fall for you for real. I was stunned and silent as Mara apologized over and over. I knew her heart had been in the right place, but she'd gotten me into such a giant mess. God, I just needed space from everyone. The next morning, I was going through the mail when I saw an envelope from Zeke's music school. To my surprise, they'd returned a check I'd paid as a deposit to confirm his place in the program. Apparently, Zeke had called the college and declined the offer to attend. I thought right away of his sick dad, and suddenly I got a bad feeling. I drove immediately to Zeke's house, but when I reached there, he was sitting outside and playing guitar, looking perfectly happy. Zeke, is everything okay? Did you call your college and decline the offer?
Yeah, I just didn't feel right taking your money to attend there, not after the way I treated you. So I'm just gonna save up and reapply next year. In the meantime, I got a job and my dad's doing better. Thank you for believing in me, Brooke. You have no idea how much it means to me. Zeke came over to hug me and I felt those stupid, happy butterflies again. Hey, listen, are you still friends with Lance? God, no. I'm done being his slave. I took a loan and paid him back everything I owed him for Dad. So, if I give you a second chance, that means you can't be an idiot this time. I swear on my life I won't be. I want you back, and I won't have it any other way. So, I guess my sister did achieve her goal of finding me a guy, even though it was in the craziest way possible. Still, maybe one of these days I could thank her for it. I grew up happy. My dad worked in marketing and my mom was a teacher. We had a beautiful big home, white picket fence, even a dog named Biscuit. Every birthday I got a huge party, and every summer we stayed at a house by the lake. My friends and I spent every moment together. Everything was wonderful. Then my dad lost his job. Suddenly, everything in my life became horrible. We had to sell our beautiful house, and I said goodbye to all my childhood friends since we moved to a completely different state. Our new place was a tiny little apartment. On the first day there, I saw rats. They didn't allow animals either, so we had to give Biscuit to a friend. Dad had to take on 2 jobs, and my parents began to fight all the time. I went from being happy in every part of my life to just wanting to be someone else. Without my friends or parents around, I turned to basically just watching TV. Everyone there seemed to have the perfect life. Beautiful apartments, sparkly dresses, fun parties, and friends. They also had something else in common. They all moved to New York to start a new life of glitz and glamour. Maybe if I went to New York, I could be someone totally new too. As soon as I turned 15, I started working at the local ice cream shop. I saved every single penny, smiling even as the rudest people came into the store. This strawberry ice cream is too pink. My kid dropped his ice cream. We want a new one.
This is melting. I want my money back. It didn't matter what they said to me. All I cared about was saving for my new life. Slowly, my savings started to add up. By the time I turned 16, I had enough for a weekend in New York. I knew I couldn't have a whole new life yet, but for now, a weekend would be enough. I finally told my parents on the morning of my birthday. I'm going to New York for the weekend.
New York? That's so expensive. We can't pay for that, honey.
I saved up from the ice cream shop.
Okay, but call us every day, okay?
Yeah, sure, whatever. They dropped me off at the train station and I was off. I was so excited to finally be on my own and knew that at least for the weekend, I could be whoever I wanted. New York was so exciting. I could go wherever and do whatever. I tried on dresses at a fancy department store. I bought a hot dog from someone off the street, then got sick an hour later. But it was okay. I was living my dream. Finally, I went to the hotel I booked. I dreamed of gold chandeliers and well-dressed doormen and expensive steak dinners the whole train ride here. Instead, I got this. The hotel was tiny, dirty. Flies buzzed in the lobby. I didn't even have my own room. It was filled with other people and I just had a single bed. I think there's been a mistake.
Nope, this is what you booked. Welcome to New York.
This was not what I imagined my New York trip would be like, but it was all I could afford. Even in my dream city, I was still the same person and my life hadn't changed at all. Suddenly, New York didn't seem that great. It was smelly and dirty and there were way too many people.
Hey, watch where you're going. Who are you looking at?
Nothing, Hey! Someone bumped right into me and I nearly fell over. As I stood up, I realized he had stolen my wallet. I ran after the thief, but after a few minutes, he was gone. Now I didn't have anything. It was all too much. People were so mean. I started to cry in the middle of the street, and people began staring and pointing. It was so incredibly embarrassing. Finally, I decided to just go into the nearest building to get away from everything. Wow. This was the hotel of my dreams. Big, beautiful chandeliers, doormen in fancy suits, rich women drinking champagne and dressed in sparkling gowns. This is who I wanted to be. I was so enchanted by everything that I ran headfirst into someone. Ow!
Elena,
Huh? That wasn't my name. This man must have confused me with someone. Where have you been? You can't just run off without telling someone. Who even are you? I'm Stefan. Your parents sent me to make sure you stayed safe. You have to tell me when you leave the hotel. Come, let's go back to your room. My room? The one with the bed surrounded by other strangers and mice? It was the last place I wanted to be other than home. I almost ran. Then I noticed that Stefan wasn't taking me out of the building at all. Instead, he was taking me further into the hotel. I was shocked as I stepped into an elevator completely made of gold. It whisked us away so high and so fast, I almost got sick. It felt like we were flying. The elevator doors opened directly to a hotel room. No, not a hotel room, a penthouse. This is my room? I know it's not big enough, but you have to deal with it for now. And again, if you want to leave, you just have to ask. Your dad just wants to make sure you're okay. Not big enough? This place was a palace. Stefan left, and I had the whole room to myself. The bathroom was all marble with a built-in hot tub. The TV was huge, bigger than I was, and there were so many chandeliers, I lost count. Even the bed was luxurious, so tall and soft I could barely even climb on. Who the heck had such a nice hotel room? I knew I should have told him he had the wrong person, that I wasn't Elena and I didn't belong here. But then again, this was exactly what I had dreamed of. My stomach started growling, and I decided I would have to figure all that out later, after some free food. I raided the mini fridge in the room, snacking on soda and chips. I even ordered room service. By the time I was done, I was almost gonna fall over. Life had never been this good. My phone rang and I saw it was my parents. All I could think about was the fighting and the rats and losing our sweet biscuit. I hung up on them and decided I couldn't go back there, ever. I would stay in New York and start my life now, even if I had to take over this Elena girl's life to do it. I looked around and found her diary and laptop. I opened the laptop and, is that me? Suddenly, I realized who she was. Elena, a famous actress. My friends used to joke that she was my alter ego. Jaina and Elena sounded similar after all, except while Elena was living a perfect life, I was stuck with nothing at all. Elena would probably be back soon. If they caught me in the room, I would get in huge trouble. I had to get out of here before I was arrested or kicked out. But maybe I could go with a little something extra since my wallet was stolen after all. After changing into Elena's clothes, I told Stefan I was going shopping. He insisted on coming with me. When we got to the store, I said, I forgot my card. He just sighed and handed me the money, no questions asked. It was more cash than I had ever seen in my life. With this kind of money, I didn't have to go back to Pennsylvania at all. I grabbed a bunch of clothes and told him I was going to try them on, but as soon as I was out of view, I made a run for it. Maybe New York hadn't been that great at first, but things were going to be different now. Or so I thought. I hadn't even walked more than a few blocks when I realized I had forgotten my phone. But that was the least of my problems because suddenly, someone grabbed me from behind and everything turned dark. I woke up a few hours later, feeling dizzy and confused. Where am I? You! Hey, you! I looked around and saw a girl staring at me from across the room, but she was in total dark so I couldn't see her. What are you doing here? I don't even know where here is. I don't even know who you are. Well, I've been kidnapped. It happens a lot, to people like me. What I don't understand is why you're here. I've never been kidnapped with other people before. Oh my god, does that mean I'm not special? She stepped into the light and I realized, Elena? That's me. Now, who in the world are you? I'm Jaina. Jaina. You seem familiar, but I don't remember meeting you at a party or a ball. We look a bit alike. As if I could never have such ratty, dull hair. Or put together an outfit that horrible. Horrible? It's your jacket. Oh my god, it is. You're stealing from me? What? No, well, kind of. Are you working with the kidnappers? No, Stefan thought it was you. Ugh, I can't believe he mistook you for me. That's so gross. I was starting to get mad. This girl was so rude. We have bigger problems here. Maybe you get kidnapped a lot, but I definitely don't. I'm gonna get out of here, with or without you. Now, are you gonna help me or not? Elena stared at me for a long moment. Fine, but only so I can yell at Stefan. The two of us sat down and hatched a plan. The kidnappers come to check on us every few hours. They have to unlock the door, which means we can escape. How about I pretend to be hurt so they have to come all the way in? Then you can knock them out. I'm the actress. You knock them out. Ugh, fine, okay, then what? We have to tell someone where we are. How the heck are we gonna do that? We gotta steal a phone. Suddenly, our planning was interrupted by something outside the basement. We eavesdropped through the door. What are they saying? They don't know which one of us is actually famous. That's why they kidnapped us both. We only have a little time then. Once they figure out which one of us is the real Elena, who knows what they'll do? Probably wonder how they could possibly have been so dumb to think someone like you could be someone like me. That kinda hurts, you know. Oh, sorry. I'm not very good with people. They usually just want my money or a picture with me. No one really talks to me except bodyguards. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry. I gave Elena a big hug and she began to tear up. You know, I actually liked things better when we didn't have money. Really? Yeah, my dad doesn't care about me anymore. That's why I keep letting myself get kidnapped. All my dad does is work and fight with my mom. I don't think it's the same. They care about you, right? Right. My dad doesn't even remember my birthday. Elena looked very sad. I felt guilty about not answering my parents' call earlier that day. I knew Elena would do anything to have her dad call her. Suddenly, we heard footsteps in the hallway. Quick, the plan! I hid behind the door while Elena retreated to a far corner. She started crying and pretending that she was hurt. It felt like it was straight out of a movie. One kidnapper entered the room and looked concerned. As he walked towards Elena, I used the chair and hit him. He was knocked right out. I rummaged through his jacket until I found his phone. Got it! We dialed 911. Then quietly, Elena and I tiptoed up the stairs and out of the basement. We took off our shoes to be extra quiet and snuck past one of the kidnappers snoring on the couch. We were almost out the door when someone suddenly shouted,
Hey, they're getting away!
One of them ran and blocked off our exit and reached out to grab us. Elena and I ran in opposite directions. We ran into the dining room. I started throwing everything I could find. A fork, a napkin, a frying pan. Throw your shoes! These are designer! You matter more than your shoes! I grabbed a plate from the dining table and chucked it at the kidnapper. It shattered against his head and took him down. Go, go, go! Elena sprinted to the door. To freedom! Yes!
Not so fast, girlie.
The last kidnapper grabbed me by the arm, yanking me away before I could make it out. That hurts!
You're coming with me. I'll get that ransom if it's the last thing I do.
Jana! Elena was standing in the doorway, frozen in fear. Why hadn't she left yet? Go! I won't leave you! Suddenly, the front door came down entirely.
Give us our daughter back.
Dad! Mom! I was so relieved to see them. I almost started crying. Behind them, I could hear the sirens. The police were on their way. The kidnapper's grip on my arm tightened.
Where's our money? Your money? How about our daughter? You're not getting her back without it. Ow!
Elena grabbed me and dragged me away from the kidnapper. Come on, Jana, let's go! You threw the shoes! Of course I did. You matter way more than shoes.
Police, hands up!
And just like that, the police came and arrested all of the kidnappers. They told us that they would be going away for a very, very long time. My parents wouldn't let me go, constantly hugging me and making sure I was okay. How did you know I was kidnapped? You left your phone at the hotel. Stefan called us when the kidnappers demanded they pay up for both girls, and we realized that they had you too. We should have never let you go into the city alone. I didn't think you cared.
We love you so much, Jana. Maybe we're not the best at showing it, but at the end of the day, you're our daughter. We might not have a lot of money, but we would give anything for you.
I love you too. Let's go home. I smiled at my parents, but I noticed that Elena started to look really sad. Her parents hadn't come at all. It was only Stefan. Are you gonna be okay? I'll be fine. I just wished my family cared as much as yours did. You know, friends can be family too. We smiled at each other, and I reached out and squeezed Elena's hand. Come visit me in Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania? I would love that. My parents were billionaires, so I got whatever I wanted growing up. Dad was the head of a huge fashion company that my mom helped him run. Dad was ruthless in the boardroom, like an ancient warrior. But when it came to me and my mom, he was a total pushover. He gave us everything we could ever want.
Just one island? Anything for my girls. I'd give you the moon if you asked for it.
Even though my life was practically perfect, I had a bad stutter, which made me a laughing stock at school. Wow, that's a pretty skirt. Where did you get it from? Shouldn't it? It's cool. I'll just check some stores. It was awkward, and my parents took me to the best doctors, tried speech therapy, medication, and even hypnotism, but nothing helped. I started to lose confidence, but my parents were always supportive and inspired me to accept myself, just as I am.
It doesn't matter if it takes you 1 try or 100. Never stop speaking your mind. Your voice is just as important as anyone else's.
As I grew older, I became more comfortable with my condition and even made friends at school. But my favorite thing in the world was being the princess of my house. Life was good, till I turned 13 and everything changed. My parents told me they were adopting from the orphanage, but it wasn't just 1 girl, but 5. I wasn't as thrilled as they were, but I didn't show it to my parents. Besides, it could be fun to have so many sisters. So I got on board. The day they were supposed to come home, I decked up the whole place and must have tried 100 dresses before finding the perfect one. I wanted to make a good impression. The oldest one, Olivia, was my age, and from the looks of it, she loved fashion just as much as I did. I'm Grace. Pleased to meet you. Olivia was so busy sizing up my outfit, I don't think she even heard me. I like your dress, but the ribbons are so tacky. And what's with those shoes? You know what? You look so cute with braids in this outfit, even though it's a little, weird. I think she looks nice. Ignore Olivia. She's just jealous. It was clear from the beginning that Olivia had an issue with me for some odd reason, but at least the other 4 were gentle. Margot and Beatrice didn't care about fashion, but they were easy to talk to. We became friends in no time, gossiping about boys and school, and fighting over the best spot by the pool. Harper and Quinn were younger and stuck to themselves. Harper was obsessed with insects and was always collecting ladybugs and other creepy crawlies. Quinn was like her sister's shadow, silently following her everywhere. A week after my sister's arrival, my parents took us on a shopping spree so they wouldn't have to wear the same clothes from the orphanage. And Olivia bought everything I did. At first, she just wore the same belt or hat, but soon she was copying my whole outfit. Why are you copying me? I think you're copying me, but it's cool. I know I have a great eye for fashion, so it's a compliment. Oh my god, the new Gucci bag! I didn't care if Olivia wanted to dress like me. It just bugged me that she was lying about it. So one day, I pretended I was gonna wear the ugliest outfit, but then I changed at the last second. Olivia showed up to breakfast looking like a clown. Wow, Olivia, you look so good. Yeah, right? I saw Gummy Hadid wearing this. You mean Gigi? And I don't think that she would ever wear something this funny. The only thing funny here is the way you talk.
Olivia, apologize this minute.
Why? It's just harmless jokes between sisters, Dad. Whatever. Sorry, Grace. Please don't cry now. After that day, Olivia stopped copying my outfits, but we just couldn't see eye to eye. I tried to be friendly, but she was just a mean witch. So after a while, I stopped being nice and just ignored her. While Olivia was a pain in my butt at home, in school, I had Pearl. She was the head cheerleader and a total bully. One day, my sisters and I were eating in the food court at the mall when Pearl swooped in like a vulture. How are you doing, Grace? Just leave me alone. What? I didn't quite catch that. Were you trying to say something? Zip it, moron. Don't you have something else to do? Like bore people with your dumb cheerleading moves? Oh, but I'm getting bored. And you're so entertaining. Did I do that right? That was perfect. Before I could say anything, Harper pulled out a jar of ladybugs from her backpack and dumped them on Pearl's hair. What have you done, you moron? Pearl screamed and ran off. Instead of staying with us, Olivia took off to help her. Thanks for sticking up for me, you guys. Of course, we sisters need to have each other's backs. I just wish Olivia wasn't such a blind duck. Oh, she'll come around. Only she didn't. She started getting weird around me. And then one day, something unbelievable happened. Pearl turned into Olivia's evil minion. She followed her around like a shadow. If Olivia made a dumb joke, Pearl laughed. If Olivia wanted a cookie, Pearl brought her one. Pearl would have helped Olivia make a monster in a lab if she asked. This was so weird and fishy. I tried to find out what Pearl's deal was, but then I got busy with school assignments and forgot all about it. They were a match made in hell anyway. A week later, Mom and Dad called us into the study for a big announcement.
It's my dream that my girls join the family business one day. And with Fashion Week coming up, I want all my girls to help with their brilliant ideas. The best ones will end up on the ramp, so give it your best shot.
Oh, my God, Dad! This is such an amazing opportunity! I won't let you down. Yes, Dad, you'll love our designs. Olivia smiled at me, but the moment Mom and Dad left, she went back to her devilish smirk. Ugh, dramatic much? This opportunity is mine, and I will own it. You can relax and watch me work if you'd like. Think of it as a learning experience. Say what you want, but I know Dad will pick my designs, so watch out. I stayed up late every night working on my dress. My other sisters made their own dresses for fun, but everyone knew Olivia and I were the only ones taking it seriously. We both really wanted to impress Dad. The night before Dad judged the dresses, Olivia snuck into the studio and destroyed my dress. Luckily for me, Harper and Quinn saw her sneaking out and told me what happened. I knew she was jealous of me, but this was an all-new low. How was I supposed to make a new dress overnight? That's when an idea struck me. If I couldn't beat Olivia fair and square, I'd just have to play tricks with her. So, I swapped her dress for my ruined one. The next day, when Dad walked into the studio to judge our dresses, we both took the sheets off of our mannequins, and Olivia's mouth dropped open in shock to see what I'd done. But obviously, she couldn't tell Dad that the dress was really hers without admitting that she'd destroyed mine.
Grace, I pick you. This isn't your usual style, but it's certainly beautiful. Olivia, it's a shame you gave up on your dress. It looks like it could have been something special.
I know, Dad. Wonder what happened. Oh, don't be a sore loser, Ollie. I'm sure you'll do just as good as the next time, if there is a next time. I wasn't one to gloat usually, but the look on Olivia's face was so satisfying. A few days later, we were all on a flight to Paris for Fashion Week, and Olivia couldn't stop glaring at me. That's my dress that's about to go down the runway. You shouldn't steal credit, and you shouldn't sabotage people. Olivia, why can't we leave this stupid fight and just be friends? Friends? With you? No thank you. And I know you hate me, so please stop pretending. I don't. Stop talking. You're giving me a headache. Olivia then got up, and for the rest of Fashion Week, she totally ignored me. Pin that hem. Olivia, hand me that hat. Olivia! What? Can't you see I'm on the phone? Can you help? Who are you even talking to? Ugh, just leave me alone. This girl was so weird. Even when we got back, she wouldn't talk to me, not even rudely. She'd either stay in her room or hang out with Pearl. And worse was that she'd started inviting Pearl to our place, which really annoyed me. Oops, I got to that first. Ugh. After a successful show at Fashion Week, Dad started getting a lot of orders. He worked for months on a new line, and all the designs were kept under lock and key in his studio, and nobody was allowed inside. But in less than 2 weeks before his runway show, someone leaked pictures of the new collection all over the internet. The tabloids went wild guessing who it could be.
I can't believe someone would do this. All my hard work is gone. Nobody has access to my study except you girls. If anyone knows something, tell me now.
I took a quick look at everyone, and all of us were equally shocked.
Fine. If that's what you want, you're all grounded with no phone privilege or allowance.
But we didn't do anything. That's not fair. But Dad simply frowned and left. We all know you did it, Olivia. Just admit it. It wasn't me. I would never do that to Dad. Relax, guys. This is not the time to turn on each other. Dad didn't talk to us for days, and it really hurt me to watch all my sisters so sad and depressed. But Olivia looked extra worried. She would stay in her room, refusing to talk to anyone. One day, I was taking an evening stroll in the garden when I noticed Olivia slipping out of the house, and she looked really anxious. I wanted to stop her, but then I decided to follow her, and she stopped in front of Pearl's house. Ugh, what do you want now? I know you're the one who stole my keycard and then stole Dad's designs and leaked them, Pearl. I should have never taken you into the study that day. Yeah, that was kinda dumb. Especially since you know my mom's company is your #1 competitor. You made it so easy to steal your designs. And now we'll be on top, while you guys will eat dirt. In your dreams, you sick psycho. No, not when the whole world would know what big fat cheaters you all are. Olivia looked at me in shock as I pulled out the phone and started playing back the recording with Pearl's confession. Give me that. Not so easy. Besides, I've already uploaded it, so there's nothing you can do. Pearl was at a loss for words, and suddenly her phone started ringing. Must be your mom. If I were you, I'd think of going underground for a few days. Pearl ran away crying, and Olivia turned to me. I'm so sorry, Grace. I should have been smarter. You should have. But right now, we need to figure out how to help Dad. We don't have much time before the show. So are you with me? Yes, of course I am. My sisters and I locked ourselves in the mansion for a week straight, staying up late every night, altering his designs. Harper and Quinn did all the sketching, and Marco and Beatrice gathered all the fabrics and accessories Dad would need. Then Olivia and I helped Dad put everything together. When the day of the fashion show arrived, we were ready. The paparazzi and critics were waiting for the curtains to rise, expecting the show to be a disaster with all the leaked designs. But when the curtain rose and the spotlights came on, the entire audience gasped. The new designs were even more beautiful, and the show was a massive success. And Dad was super proud.
You set aside your differences, and you worked hard. You pulled together as a family. I'm so proud of all of you.
It was Grace. She's the one who brought us together on this. Team effort. That's what sisters are for. Olivia and I smiled at each other as the rest of my sisters hugged me. I just knew everything would always be fine as long as we stuck together.